Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series second round of the regular season. We're at Atlanta Motor Speedway, renamed Echo Park Speedway, but who really calls it that? To die-hard NASCAR fans, this place is Atlanta, and it is going to be a fast, brawling race. Let's get straight into it and catch up with what happened in qualifying and listen to our pole sitter. And on the other side, we'll catch up with some more from the media day briefings yesterday as we gear up for the countdown for command.
We're going to now continue on with our media availability here at Echo Park Speedway with the Kennemental Pole Award winner, Jake Garcia, driver of that number 98 Quanta Services Curb Records Ford. Walk us through that qualifying lap out there. It was really competitive out there today.
Yeah, you know, I didn't do much, honestly. Qualifying here is one of the easier laps we have of the year, so, you know, I really give most of the credit to my guys building a fast race truck, and, you know, I think we've got a fast Quanta Services F-150 for tomorrow, so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and, you know, I think we just got to keep it out front and execute and hopefully come away with a good finish and competing for the win at the end of the race.
Sounds great. We're going to open the floor for questions. If you have a question for Jake, please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. We'll start here with Zach.
Zach Sterniolo, NASCAR.com. When you have track position to start a race like this, what does that do to change the strategy or impact your strategy at all, especially being on the front row with a teammate?
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to affect it much, but you know, you definitely want to control the race as much as possible, as long as you can. But you know, I think maybe if you were starting in the back and you needed to flip track position, you would want to pit off sequence or something to try to get ahead a little bit. You know, but I think with everyone running in a pack and it being so close together, you can't really do much different than what the norm will be, you know, as the leader. But you never know. I mean, if a caution comes out towards the end of the stage or in the middle of the stage, you know, where it's close on fuel to make it to the next stage break, you might see some, you know, a split strategy. But I think it should be fairly straightforward.
Yeah, being from Monroe, just how do you feel about getting the pole here?
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously really special. This is a place where I came and watched races like on my birthday and stuff like that. So I have a lot of memories up in the stands at this place, and yeah, it's really cool to be able to come here as a driver and lead the field to the green flag. So you know, really excited to be able to do that in front of you know, a crowd of fellow Georgians, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Next to Matt.
Matt Weaver, motorsport.com. Got a funny question for you, actually. Early in the year, like every year at ThorSport, I have no idea who's driving which truck. You guys have like musical chairs.
I'm in the 98 this year,
you are,
by the way. Yeah.
But what goes into that?
You know, I think you know, a lot of times, and the philosophy is kind of just if something's not working, we change it. So whether that be with crew chiefs or car numbers or whatever else may change up there, you know, I think that it keeps a fresh cycle and keeps everybody on their toes, certainly, but you know, also they don't let you be complacent if you're not running good. They'll change something, and you know, I think that's what's led, that mentality is what's led to a lot of ThorSports success over the years, and I think it definitely helps people find, helps drivers find the crew chiefs that they're best working with, or things of that nature.
All 4 trucks, whoever's driving them, are all starting in the top 7. And I'm curious, how does that help all of you? And have you guys had some sort of strategy meeting to figure out how to work together with this style of racing?
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be important to work together in pack racing, and obviously, but especially here where I feel like the outside, stacks up so much, and it's hard to make passes because you almost have you need to hold to get up in, and so if you can get 4 trucks together where they're nose to tail and not peaking on one another, then I don't think anyone can really get by them unless the bottom lane forms up, which we have seen in the past, especially at the end of stages and the end of the race. But I feel like that's the main thing you can do to help out your position when working with teammates.
Do we have any additional questions for Jake? Going once, going twice. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, guys.
Qualified him. He went out there and did a track walk, and I was like, I said, what are you looking for? He's like, I don't know. I just want everything. Like, bro, this is, you're going to be fine. The race is a different ball game, but at least for today, I think the weather's fine. That will be simple. Brendan, luckily, has ran some speedway stuff and ran, like, Xfinity Talladega last year, so not only ARCA speedway stuff, so I think he'll be fine. And this is actually a fun race because of the slide job thing he was talking about. It's kind of single file. You try to build that energy and grab a guy, and it's kind of leapfrog. Going back and watching the Xfinity race from last year, like, Harrison was the guy that was doing it a bunch, like as much as he could, and sometimes it'd work great, and sometimes he'd just get smoked and lose 10 spots. So you have to, like, pick and choose your battles there. And then, like, lane choice is a big deal too, because if you can sometimes get 4 or 5 lanes on a lane choice, and at that point you're kind of just hoping a caution comes out quick so you can leapfrog all those guys. But as far as Minnie, I'm not. He's drinking out of a fire hose right now, so it's kind of tough. But I think Brendan's going to be in good shape. Minnie's just going to have to go out there and feel it. You heard him. I didn't know that he did that Miata stuff, but sounds like he's driven quite a few different things. So I think this is it. He'll get it.
Then for Justin specifically, on one hand, you're a Cup guy. You've established yourself as a Sunday racer. And I'm curious, coming back and now being back in the Truck Series, but with a Tier 1 OEM, when you throw that into a blender, how do you kind of evaluate this stage of your career and where you're at?
I mean, honestly, it's been so refreshing. Me and my wife had our first child right at the beginning of January, so being able to spend time with her, dirt racing, it's honestly just been so fun. Obviously, I do feel like I should be racing on Sundays, but I'm honestly embracing this stage, right? It's so fun to be back with Colleague Racing and Matt Colleague and Chris Rice, and everyone at Ram has been so awesome to me. So, I mean, obviously, throughout the off-season, I really didn't spend a lot of time at the shop just preparing for our first child, but they've been so awesome, and I honestly am just so excited to be here in the Truck Series with Colleague Racing, and I definitely missed Colleague. The energy that everyone has there, I just wish that we didn't have to go separate ways when we did, but obviously there's a financial part of the sport that they needed that I just didn't have at that moment, but the fact that I'm back, I'm not really sure if I'd ever really want to race anywhere else, so I am glad I got to see some other teams and see what it was like, right? But to be back and back home, it's honestly just, for me, my wife has been so awesome. Yep.
We're going to go to Zach.
Zach Sterniolo, NASCAR.com. That was actually my question for you, Justin. But Daniel, for you, going from the O'Reilly Series last year to coming back to the trucks this year, what's that process been like from your perspective, and especially as Ram has come on to Colleague and really pushing that forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think the competition level in the Xfinity Series the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series is higher. So when you run it up front, you have to just be better. Which, not saying that we did that much last year, but in the times we did, I feel like I learned a lot. So just using some of that racecraft that I developed last year in the truck series, I think is going to put me in a good spot once we get these trucks in a good spot. So yeah, like Justin said, college racing has been was my home last year, and I kind of had a studio apartment in 2024 and fully moved in last year, and now I'm nice and settled.
Justin, you've been around, in NASCAR National Series for.
We'll say I'm only 26, so
That's what I'm
whatever
saying.
you're about to say.
Is it weird that you have a rookie teammate that is older than you, considering how long you've been around?
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting team dynamic between the four of us and then whoever the fifth is. So, yeah, I guess it's odd. I mean, honestly, Brendan has a lot of experience, and he's a great race car driver. And I've actually known Daniel for a long time as well, just as close friends. And we've done some racing together. So, yeah, it's definitely different. But I feel like in every team you have a wide spread of teammates. So just trying to figure out where everyone fits in. I will say the crazy part is we're sharing haulers. So Minnie and Daniel are sharing the same lounge, and then me and Brendan were sharing the same lounge, and then I moved out of the lounge today.
One of us has a buzz on this stage.
Brendan, so.
It's not this side of the stage.
So yeah, it's been fun. It's like I said, I honestly haven't been around much. Everyone at College Racing does an awesome job. I've kind of put my full focus just into my family and our baby. So yeah, it's been good. Hopefully, I can start being around the shop a little bit more and start working with these guys. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun.
And Daniel, or is it Diesel Dan now?
No, it's not. There's a Mini and a Butterbean. I'll just be Daniel. We got enough goofy nicknames on our race team. Y'all don't want to hear the other ones either.
That's what we're curious about. So, you guys, as part of this team, you're kind of the face of Ram. So, how weird is it for you to, if Dodge isn't in the O'Reilly series yet, how weird is it for you to cross the manufacturer lines to run those starts that you're doing in that series?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to race anything. If it's a micro at Millbridge or a different manufacturer in another series, I'm just happy to be making laps. And it's good to, I think every lap that I make helps me in my full focus, which is obviously the number 10 Ram that I'm racing every weekend. That's my main focus, and getting to run all those other things, in my opinion, only boosts my ability when I get in on Friday nights or tomorrow being a Saturday afternoon. So Chris Rice and Matt Collig have been great, letting me race all those things that I'm planning to race. It's going to be some late model races too with Marcus Richmond, which I guess we haven't talked about yet, but there you go. And then obviously those couple races in the O'Reilly series, as well as hoping to get out to Millbridge too and do some of that dirt stuff and try to sneak in some road course stuff too, because I'm not very good at those. So any track time that I can get on that front is good. So yeah, the people at Ram, it's not, the good thing is it's not like it's a conflict of interest, because I can't go race a Ram in the O'Reilly series. So and they're all for it too. The guys there gave us the green light because they agree. It's just making laps and trying to better my craft.
Go ahead, Deb.
Deb Williams, Auto Week. This is for Justin. To kind of build on what you said about not having data points and acquiring the data and all, is what surprised you about the way the Ram truck raced at Daytona? Where do you see it needing work, or anything that surprised you about it? I know Tony Stewart mentioned when he came out of the Infield Care Center, he was just starting to get the handling on it where he felt he would be able to advance.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea at this point. Daytona, it doesn't really give you anything with the spec motor package that we have. So, I do know that I ran Daytona with a different team last year, and it was pretty similar. So, yeah, you really won't know until we get to the downforce tracks what we have. Obviously, kind of mentioning Rockingham, I wasn't a part of that test, but I know the other 3 of them were. So seems like it's good. You know, we honestly just have to figure out our aero balance, our COP, stuff like that. Just figuring out how much front our nose makes. I do know it's a big advantage being the only OEM with wind tunnel time. I mean, I guarantee we've had more wind tunnel time than any Truck Series team ever has, because we get 100% of it. So that's been good, but you know, you can have all the wind tunnel time in the world, and you just have to apply it. So yeah, we're working on it. We got to, like I said, just get data points. I'm not sure how much more tunnel time we do have, but I know they used it up a good bit in the off season, and just trying to translate that.
Thank you.
No problem.
Any final questions? We'll end with Holly.
Hi, Holly Kane with the NASCAR Wire Service. I spoke with Daniel in St. Pete, but I wondered what your thoughts are about racing at a track like that. Does it give you guys a little bit more confidence because everybody's basically starting at ground zero for this thing? Or just your thoughts on the road course and what you know about it or don't know, I guess?
I have no idea about any of it. I'm not your guy to ask. I don't even know what it looks like. So, like I said, I've unfortunately, but fortunately, been able to kind of take a step back, and I'm just kind of starting to get back into the grind of things. So, yeah, I'm just taking it week by week. I'm sure we went to Mexico last year, and we didn't know what to expect. We went to Chicago for all those years. Obviously, you know, I think we have San Diego this year if we go there. In the Truck Series, but yeah, every week for me, honestly, is a new adventure. It's just like going back in time. It's crazy to go back through Truck Tech and see all that. So I'm looking forward to it. It's always great to be in a new market as an industry, and hope we put on a good show.
You forget our boy almost dethroned SVG in that first race that he won at Chicago. So we would have not had this SVG problem if he would have got it done. So I feel good about Justin next week.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, guys.
It was cold.
All right. Thanks for spending so much time with us, and good luck this weekend.
You join us live now here on JB Motorsports. Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway, where we've been battling the elements here this evening. We've literally had to wait in order to see if we're going to race at all. Amazing work, and I've got to say it, absolutely pandemonium has been happening here, but miracle upon miracle, we have managed to get this started. Alongside me in the commentary box is JT, and JT, we're going to have a truck race by the look of it coming up shortly. How are you doing, my friend? Hopefully you might be heard from shortly. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Welcome. So Trucks has gone nuts.
Yes, that was a very quick change from Pod mic to Discord mic indeed. But yes, hello. I am not near my microphone, so if my audio sounds bad, well, then that's why. But yeah, should be a good race if it happens.
If it happens, that's the key thing. We are waiting to see when the official go time is. I don't think Fox has gone live just yet. We've had nothing from Premier Sports on our international feed. And all we've got right now is some little bits of highlights. Oh, apparently it is live now. So we'll click it and see what happens coming up. Right, let's head down then to Fox, as hopefully we might have a green flag soon. This is the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race, and we are all ready for the Echo Park Speedway FR8 208. Let's head it downstairs. Yeah. So as we prepare for the Freight 208, we're getting set for NASCAR to get going. Let's check in.
The Truck Series is gearing up to take on the tight turns and long straightaways of Martinsville Speedway. Constructed in 1947, Martinsville is the oldest track the trucks will take on this year in the roots of NASCAR. The Speedway's unique
Let's go
surface
through the
is
calendar
concrete
then
in the
with the
corners
truck series.
and asphalt on the straightaways. This change of surface has proven to be a tough challenge for drivers to build the speed they need to make passes. Drivers will need to execute hard push their way out of the corners to increase their track position. The infamous paperclip will push drivers to their limits and test their patience. Here's what Tyler Ingram had to say about the chaos of Martinsville Speedway.
Well, while we wait there, let's go to the radio team over at PRA. MRN have got the audio, and we've got nothing from them as well. Here we go.
Good luck out there today. I do want to quickly come over your shoulder because Daniel Dye, I do want to get a question with you, Daniel. Minnie obviously has a lot of questions on setup and maybe experience at the racetrack. How much have they leaned on you here at Colic Racing as the veteran?
Yeah, Minnie right now, we were just talking about it, is drinking out of a fire hose as much as he's learning. Pit road is one of the things we focused on before we got to Daytona. Coming out of the car store, that's pretty spooky. Coming to NASCAR and doing live pit stops, so that's something we went and did. Went to Trackhouse and did some pit practice and tried to study some pit road stuff. And gosh, talk about getting thrown to the fire. Daytona, Atlanta, and St. Pete. It's not the most welcoming first 3 races for a rookie, especially a guy like Minnie who hasn't done this big track stuff yet. But we're trying to put him in good shape and give him an opportunity to succeed at this high level of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, but hopefully not succeed too much because our number 10 Mopar Ram 1500 is going to the front, and I hope it stays at the front.
Now, you've been the driving force behind this Ram truck all season going back to last year. How much experience are you bringing to Atlanta today, and what are your thoughts going into today's race?
Yeah, it looks a little bit different than it did for me last time I ran a truck here. I got the pole here 2 years ago, and now I'm starting 30th, so the pace laps are going to look a little bit different, but yeah, I mean, I'm super excited. Atlanta's probably one of my favorite tracks. I'm sure many don't say that, but I had fun here last year. I think we ran top 10 in both the Xfinity races, so hoping to use that experience that I learned racing in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series to go to the front today. We have some work to do, but talking to Brendan and Ty and Justin, we plan on trying to just chug the bottom and make up progress as much as we can.
All right, thanks for your time, Daniel Dye, and us kind of butting into their Q&A here at Colic Racing. Guys, it's going to be a great race here in the Truck Series. So many superstars joining us, and we've had the opportunity to talk to many of them before we even get to driver intros.
Thank you very much, Wendy. And driver intros should be getting started in short order here. Right now, they're pushing the trucks out onto the grid. Once they do that, the pre-race stage will move. And we are in a bit of a weather delay here at Echo Park Speedway as rain came through. But NASCAR, the race teams, the race track are doing everything they can to make sure we get 2 events in here today. The Freight Racing 208 Craftsman Truck Series race, followed by the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series Bennett Transportation and Logistics 250. We'll be back with more from Echo Park Speedway right after this.
Introducing the RE4000 Bluetooth scanner from Racing Electronics. Experience uncensored real-time audio from drivers and crews. All hands-free and wireless with Bluetooth functionality. Fast, lightweight, and zero latency, the RE4000 keeps you locked into every pass, every pit stop, and every checkered flag. Plus, with automatic over-the-air programming at major events, setup is
So we're almost set then. We've gone to filler content. That's how bad this has got. JT's got the latest for us as we'll come into the commentary box. Basically, JT, you can tell us we're in a weather delay, aren't we?
We are in a weather delay, and you can really tell that the purple ghost is there.
Welcome back on camera, and Mike, by the way, after getting your PC back. It was touch and go there for a couple.
Yes, but the purple ghost is here. I will wait to see if people can tell what the purple ghost is. Right, I have got the radar up now. I should probably...
Is it on that link that you shared to me?
I should probably send it in a link for you.
Can't you use the old link that you gave to the USA and that link?
I don't know, because it's a new PC, so I might just have to make a new one.
If the stream goes fuzzy, you know why. So basically, we're in 135 laps, we're in a weather delay, but we do have a little bit of leeway here because at 9:30, the CW's TV slot takes over. So they've got until then, effectively 2 hours to decide whether or not we're going to get going or not. But another thing, JT, is that we might push this race later on in the night.
Yes, that is what we have heard as well, and I'm DMing you that link and I've also put it in the prod as well, if the prod video ninja, just in case it's easier there.
That is way easier.
There you go.
Do I have to open up another page then? Apologies if
I don't actually know why I've done it via there, because I should be putting it on my Surface, which I can draw on, but it is what it is.
Well, one Apex pad to another. Sure, it's going to be all right. Right, let's take a look at the weather then. We have that link loading in, and hopefully it'll be giving us the information we need to see shortly on the front. So let's fade it across. There's Atlanta. Is it going to load in? It is loading in. And JT can tell us, once it does pop, what we will be looking at. There you go, JT. The radar is live. Give us the info.
Awesome. This is everything that we had earlier on. We're not bothered about that. What we are bothered about is how the radar's clear.
That's how it's bizarre, isn't it? Lightning clock hasn't activated.
Up here is all clear, which is good to see.
Gets from bad to worse, doesn't it, as you take a look? So the radar is clear in several areas.
We just need the track to dry.
Need the track to dry, and we need to have some more action coming up soon as well. So get in touch with us. Let us know where you're watching from around the world, as we are in our filler content time as well. But
we love a weather delay. We do.
We really do love a weather delay, but it's weather delay we've prepared for. So that's something at least. And hopefully I can do that now. If you just talk us a bit more about what we've got coming up later on, because they were very worried about having more rain, weren't they, on the circuit later on in the day?
Yes. At the moment, if I zoom out, you can see we are completely clear between both radars.
Yeah. Sam says, hello, Joshua, JT. Hope you've had a good week. What do you think of NASCAR's rule of qualifying off the race results last time out? Somebody's obviously got something on a hard drive somewhere. So we were seeing the tweets. Me and JT have literally been in a voice call for the past 3 hours, waiting to see what was going to happen next. What do you reckon of that rule then, JT? Is it a fair rule to try and balance out the field that we will always have a race? Because at the moment, qualifying has put an advantage to the points leader. This year, it's more critical because the points matter every single race.
Yeah, and of course it's done by metric, and with only one race being completed, then it does technically go over the race results of last week. I have got a message from the Oracle,
Matthew
and
Owens.
he has said, "You do love a weather delay, don't you?" We absolutely love them, Matthew. He is probably watching on.
Matthew, if you are watching, are you joining us for O'Reilly's later? That would be very much helpful if you are. We could do with the assistance, I can tell you that. As we wait for the freight 208.
We've got a spinner in the Boys and Girls Club 200 of our filler content that we have here on Premier Sports.
Is that Bristol's race?
Martinsville
race, okay.
That's why they had the Martinsville thing before.
Yeah. No, I seem to
They put the
remember.
wrong thing on.
Was I on commentary with that one? Was I in the pit lane? A similar role that you might have to play if we get this race delayed later on.
I don't know.
Because it's very familiar, all this. Corey Heim at the front with Honeycutt just behind. It does seem familiar. Yes. Well, don't worry, folks. We've got plenty to bring you, including coming up a interview with the fresh from Florida 250 race winner, Chandler Smith, for the number 38 Front Row Motorsport Ford. We've got him being able to come through and have a word with us. We've also got some interviews coming up that we haven't played so far today, so plenty of time still to work, but the weather delay in effect here, so we don't know when we are going green at the moment. The plan was for 10 minutes' time. That has not gone through. Right, okay, let's head down quickly and join the Motor Racing Network's audio teams.
We've got some great people. The National Watermelon Association's annual convention is happening right now down in Tampa and St. Pete out on the beach. So I was there a couple nights ago. And, yeah, that logo is a real intentional effort on our part to grow our family's brand. It's a lot of farming families behind that logo. It's a very simple logo, Melon One. Like, it's very simple. They didn't get cute 30 years ago when they did it. They were very to the point And we're not in every grocery store all the time, but we are in a lot of them. So race fans, if they're looking, if they don't like me, they can buy it and smash it. They can buy it, throw it away. I don't care. As long as they're buying our watermelons, Brad, I'm fine.
Yeah, smash all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Whatever you have to do. I would prefer to eat them. I'm just impressed that you went to the convention because I thought now you pretty much saddled your brother Chad with all of that work.
He's there, for sure. And Mom is there watching Ashley, my new niece that Chad and Lacey had over the off season. So definitely another generation of Chastains. Chastain is on the way to being whatever she wants to be in life. The farm will be there for her, but like me, I'm not at the farm every day. I'm not the farmer. That's my dad and brother and cousins that do all that. So the fire suit and adding that logo was an ask I made of Trackhouse and working that out with all of our partners to make that happen. And definitely proud to wear the Melon One logo on the chest. It's been a part of it, but not as intentional as it is now.
Yeah, I wanted to ask in terms of like getting watermelons to markets, to grocery stores. I'm sure that has to be a difficult task because I imagine there's a lot of competition.
There is. That's what we feel like we're really good at. We in the past, my dad and granddad, they did grow other crops, but they found watermelons to be what they were good at. But then getting them to the grocery stores, it's changed. When my dad started, they were packing them bulk in semis and on straw and laying them in the floor of the semi. Now we're all in cardboard bins on pallets and shipping them to distribution centers for chain stores. So we are the behind-the-scenes logistics, and we work with a great shipping company called Joyride that handles all of our watermelons now. A growing company over there for shipping whole semi-loads of watermelons. Definitely, we just stick to watermelons, though. That's what we do. That's what we think we're good at. We don't get into other things, and I'm proud to be a part of that. My job now is to help sell them. I'm not growing them. I'm not the one actually shipping them or packing them. My job is to help sell watermelons, and really any watermelon in the grocery store. If you're buying a watermelon and you don't see Melon One, still buy the watermelon. There's great families behind every logo that you see in the grocery store.
I can tell you this, you won't have to worry about competition from Wise County, Texas, because after a couple of failed attempts from my wife and I, we're probably just going to stick to buying them. We'll try again, don't get me wrong. We want that success story.
That's fine. I think everybody should try to grow a watermelon every now and then in their garden and realize how tough it is. And, yeah, you can always go buy them. And I say, if you're going to plant some watermelon plants, you can buy watermelons and just sneak them out there at night and let the family find them the next morning.
I like that, kind of like the Santa Claus of watermelon growing.
I'm not touching that.
We're going to have to try something like that. All right, the pre-race stage is rolling out here. We've got the last couple of trucks coming out onto the grid. We will have driver introductions and more driver interviews coming as we get set for the green flag from the Freight Racing 208 here at Echo Park Speedway.
Wherever you are in life, Freeway gives you more ways to choose and more ways to save. You choose the coverage, you choose the price. Because at Freeway, it's all about real people, real choices, and real savings for every driver. No matter where you live, Freeway's here to help. Your way. And remember, you always win with Freeway. Go to freeway.com and start saving today. Freeway, your way.
Still waiting for the start, but JT, we're getting some good news. It's the fact that he's actually closing in, and you're still playing with the radar.
Yes, I am. This is the right-hand side is the storm total precipitation.
Targeting.
In other words,
targeting a 2:34 Eastern green flag time.
Yes.
Over to you.
The pre-race and driver introduction stage is rolling out as we speak. The right-hand side is the storm total precipitation graph. In other words, this is how many storms we've had today. And we zoom in, look at how much was over Atlanta Motor Speedway compared to the others.
And I've got to admit, well done to the entire Atlanta Motor Speedway crew for getting this mammoth track dry in about 90 minutes. That was brilliant. Even less than that. They are really surprised. So we're just having confirmation that we are going to go green. So this race will take place before we need to go on for the Cups. Presumably that's going to eliminate our 45-minute pre-race intro for the Cups, for the O'Reilly series.
maybe.
Oh, you make all this time for work. Well, I guess now's a brilliant time to plug. If you want to catch up with every single interview that happens during a NASCAR weekend, you can tune in on Mondays here on JB Motorsports for access all areas to come through as well. And you can tune in and watch the show. And yeah, all access pass gets you behind the scenes with everything, and all the interviews and all the race winning interviews as well will be broadcast. Daytona's is live, and it was 7 hours and 50 minutes in length. Editing that and saving that was not fun. My laptop sounded like a jet dryer. But looking good. Okay, so we're good on radar. Do you want to turn the radar off now?
I can swap it to the Surface, the Apex pad, and then I can give you a new link if you want.
Go for it if you want to. Go for it, because so far that one's working. We'll just flash up to our main camera screen as we wait to see when this race will get going again. Use the hashtag JBMotorsports on the YouTube chat, and we'll get in touch with us. But yeah, so far I don't think Fox have got on the air just yet. Let's see if MRN are back.
Are 60 laps. Stretching your fuel to stage 2 may be an option, but as we saw in the past, there were guys that ran out of gas right before the stage 2 caution came out. So you've got about 8-ish laps for the stage 1 caution, plus you have 3 to 4 pace laps before the race, 3 to 4 laps before pit road opens in stage 2. It's going to be close, but it's possible to stretch your fuel to stage number 2. So, Ross, I do want to ask you this. When you have to be pedal to the metal at a place like Echo Park Speedway where staying on the gas is so important, how on earth do you save fuel?
Get off the gas pedal, Andrew. It's really that simple. Staying in line for these trucks, I believe that will be the top lane, will be the preferred lane where most of the trucks will migrate to. And Daniel Dye mentioned it earlier. The Colleague Ram trucks are going to try to chug along on the bottom. They're going to be burning more fuel doing that, but they all qualified so bad, Nick, they have to do it if they want to move forward. So you'll see the Colleague trucks trying to pull the bottom lane, burning more fuel. If you're somebody else mid-pack, really from about 6th on back, I would say, roughly, just outside of the top 5 in these trucks, you could save a lot of fuel. But different than the Cup Series, you do not have live telemetry telling your crew chief. So as good as Corey Heim was last year, winning so many races in the championship, him and Scott Zipadelli ran that truck out of gas a year ago, and that is because they didn't actually know live. My Cup team at Trackhouse will know live. Every lap they'll get an update of how much fuel I burned. It's a bit predicted, but it's really pretty accurate when they get the hang of it. These trucks and the O'Reilly cars do not know how much gas they're burning. They're relying on their driver to give them an honest opinion and get off of that gas pedal.
Well, Ross is a guy who's not only here for the great racing in the Freight Racing 208, but also some of the carnage and chaos out here. Do you really think we're going to go 40 full laps in Stage 1, then another 40 laps in Stage 2 without having some sort of stoppage in the action?
No, I don't think both. I think one of the stages has a chance. Green racetrack, only 1 lap of qualifying. We've heard from several drivers who had issues. There could be other issues on trucks that barely made it through qualifying that will show themselves early in the race. Now, when we get into Stage 2, I would put my money on Stage 2 going green if there's a chance at 1, but not 1 and not Stage 3.
Yeah, and that's where ultimately you start crunching the numbers and you talk about going 55 to 60 laps. If we do get a little bit of melee, a little bit of carnage in Stage 1, an extended yellow that does stretch out 15 laps or so, a lot of laps running around a caution, those guys can save that fuel. So it's going to be interesting. But so you're thinking Stage 1 could be interesting, Stage 2 might be calmer. I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of chaos all day long, to be honest with you.
I love it. Hey, look, we'll be standing there watching a race sometimes, and I'll see a text from my wife. I need some violence. She wants to see that action. In all truthfulness, look, I don't ever want to see anyone get hurt, things like that. I know wrecks are expensive. But truthfully, this is a sporting event. And we know, Ross, that you guys are pushing it to the edge every single lap. But sometimes we don't know unless we see it get pushed over the edge. And that's just the reality of sports, right?
That's right. And to really hone in on the truck series, they still have steel bodies. They have a Kevlar mixed nose and tail, but the fenders on these trucks and the back deck lid is all metal and different materials than the O'Reilly and Cup cars. So just touching side to side has a lot bigger impact on these trucks. Yes, they've straightened the tails out a bit. I still see some shape in a lot of these trucks, to be honest. But these fenders have a bigger memory than the O'Reilly and Cup cars. So you can see tires get cut down here, where in the other two series they tend to be a lot more forgiving.
Let's also keep in mind this is your entry level to NASCAR. This is the lower of the 3 series, so got a lot of newcomers to the truck series. We talked about, drivers like Brendan Queen and Minnie Tyrell. A lot of drivers throughout this field that are getting their first taste of that experience on the drafting tracks after racing at Daytona. So it's really kind of a neat blend, because we've got 5 drivers in this race that race in the Daytona 500, and you've also got a lot of newcomers. And sorting all of that out over the course of 135 laps can be very challenging.
What makes this so fun, why so many people come to these races, in my opinion, is because it's a live sport, and we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, Jake Garcia, Ben Rhodes, ThorSport Racing, 4 in the top 7, clearly the best team at qualifying in the first 2 races of the year. But the Ram trucks, all from, like I said, 25th on back, they're all within 0.2 of a second of each other. The ThorSport trucks are within 0.2 of a second of each other. They're 0.6 apart, and at some point tonight, I guarantee a Ram truck's fighting for the lead, probably with a ThorSport truck, even though they qualified 0.6 apart.
Going to make a lot of fans happy. I know a lot of people are real thrilled to see a 4th manufacturer back in the sport with Ram, and we look forward to what they can do. So what we see right now, looking out of our window at the broadcast booth, we see all of the starting lineup, the 36 starters, grid on pit road behind a couple of Chevrolet Silverado Pace trucks. We see the Toyota Tundra track drying team. We see jet trucks out there. We see sweeper trucks and propane trucks. We also see the stage getting pulled out to the front straightaway. Let's go survey our turn announcers. Doug Turnbull's covering the action up in turns 1 and 2. And as this track continues to dry, Doug Turnbull, give us 2 things. Number 1, what does it look like? Number 2, what's our weather update out there?
Had great questions there. Number 1, when you came out to us a while ago, there were streaks of gray in the racetrack, all right? How I looked maybe 5 to 10 years ago. Now there's a lot more gray, how I'm starting to look right now, okay? But yes, a lot of the water that's been up on the bankings has been dried out of this thing. Some places that need some work are up near the walls, where that water gets between the sacrum area, the protrusion from the walls there, the soft walls, if you will, because it can pool up right there. And then also on the apron, of course, we see cars that need that runway when they spin out. You don't want it to be slick, because then they could crash harder. So that's the first thing there. The second thing is there's never really been direct sunlight. The sun has peeked out a few times, and that wind that Ty Majeski told one of our pit reporters a moment ago is blowing toward me, so crosswinds from 1 toward turn number 2 where I'm standing. So those are the 2 things. So it's going to be cool and gripped up out here, and they're just working on the drying now, and I don't think we're far away from this section of the racetrack anyway, being ready to see some racing.
Thank you very much, Doug Turnbull. We're going to have driver intros starting very shortly, and we're hearing that we are going to say a prayer and sing at 2:15 Eastern Time. That's just 20 minutes from now. Jack Johnson is covering everything high above turns 3 and 4. Jack, how are things looking from your perspective?
Well, they're looking good, and just to echo Doug's point, we've seen a lot more light gray into the racetrack, especially below where I'm at. I'm on top of the grandstands, got a perch right toward pit entrance. But, of course, the number one thing to note about pit entrance here at Echo Park Speedway, Brad, is under green it doesn't start where it typically does at most 1.5 mile speedways. It actually starts all the way toward the entrance of turn number 3. You make a stop under green flag conditions. Speed limit is 90 miles per hour around turn 3 and 4. That section on the apron of the racetrack still dark gray. Up near the wall, there's a slab of dark gray still there. But there's a lot more light gray. And to give you guys a perspective of how big a 1.5 mile racetrack is, Doug Turnbull mentioned there wasn't any sun throughout the afternoon. There is sunlight peeking through, beaming directly at me. So, as this racetrack goes from dark gray to light gray, this turn announcer's skin, if he doesn't grab his hat, is going to go from white to pink in a matter of a few moments. So, we hope we get a little bit more sunlight. That'll speed up the track drying process. This Toyota track drying team has done a great job, and we should see racing very shortly on the NASCAR Racing Network.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you very much, Doug Turnbull. Nick, we're starting to see a lot of activity happening now. When we talk about VIPs and dignitaries, looks like they're going to be pulled around this racetrack as well, and some Ford Broncos, and a lot of cool things happening here at Echo Park Speedway.
And I see a lot of race fans down on pit lane, too, which is awesome as well. They've kind of, come from the shelter that everybody was taking about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, when it was an absolute downpour, lightning strikes all over the racetrack and the surrounding area, and this place was fully saturated, including the infield grass. So that is a great sign. And Ross, let's talk a little bit about that. There is no pit procedure that is quite like what we do here at Echo Park Speedway. How challenging is it during green flag circumstances, getting it woed down to 90 miles per hour all the way around turns 3 and 4, back down to 45 to get on pit lane?
It's tough. I do want to note, they're fast in qualifying. The ThorSport drivers are fast to get out to driver intros. Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski, two of the first ones.
They're ready to
walking out here to the stage with Chandler Smith, last week's winner, and Andres Perez drafting right behind them. They're 3x3 coming out already for driver intros, guys. More of what we're going to see later. But, yes, the pit entry, as we look from our vantage point, a bright white line with a green light over there on the backstretch. It's odd. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, and for, I think, all of us in the series. I've seen it in IndyCar at times, and it comes down to when we first reconfigured Echo Park Speedway to this configuration, which I'll admit I was not a fan of. I thought the old track was great. If they did anything, just put it back how it was, repave it, and let's move on and let it age. This is better. But we were pitting off turn 4 with a pack of the entire Cup Series field going 190, and somebody would peel 10 feet to the left and slow down, trying not to bottom out and spin out. So we put the entry point back there in turn 3. We quickly realized 50 miles an hour, 45 is too slow, and you were losing too many laps. So NASCAR bumped it up to 90 miles an hour, which is odd. It's odd to go 90 around the flat apron. It's a little tough, honestly. And you're in different gears at a different RPM. Then you have to slow down onto the front stretch, the traditional mile-and-a-half pit road, which here at Echo Park Speedway starts with concrete because that's a drag strip most of the year, with a lot of spectator cars and other drag racing events coming out here to drag race. And so it's very bumpy entering on the concrete, trying to get these cars slowed down to the pit road speed to then enter your pit road. We've seen a lot of cars crash out here. I've actually left pit road, left my pit stall, gotten down just past the quarter-mile track at pit exit, and actually went out in the grass, and I was not timed on pit road for 2 sections because I got pushed out by other cars merging out of their pit boxes. I realized I probably could have sped, but I couldn't because the infield's so rough here. Even though it looks great, it does have a lot of content in it. They do monster trucks. They do a lot of other events in the infield grass here while we're not here. So a lot to take in. We will see pit road penalties today, and that will take somebody out of contention for this win.
Well, speaking of infield grass, while the drivers are avoiding it, I just looked at our own Andrew Curlin. He was not. He walked straight through it. I'm pretty sure he's going to need some fresh socks and shoes after all of that rain. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the NASCAR Racing Network.
Well, JT's managed to get me some new information as we get ready, so we'll open up the background while he tells me the link behind the scenes on the production mic. I'll keep talking out there as well, and you can hear from the trackside audio. If he wants to tell me the digits after the equals, I'll put them in. So here we go. You ready for this one? Go on.
Capital F.
So go. Yep, go on. As I'll keep talking, hopefully. This is quite funny actually, because you can probably hear him at the back of the production mic because he keeps going. Just read it out one at a time and I'll type it, otherwise we'll be here all day as they come into it. Capital V, that is. Lowercase V. Yeah, go on. This is funny. Just unmute and tell me on air, because it's funny. We need filler time. Yeah. Sorry, go on. Say that again. So I've got after lowercase v. Go on.
After lowercase v, lowercase b.
Yes.
Lowercase g.
Yes.
Capital B.
Yes.
Lowercase m.
Is that it? There we go. Loaded it in, and there's the link, and we'll fade over now. Right, go on, JT. It's loading in, and you have a new weather radar on your Apex pad. Go for it. What have you got for us as the latest?
I can actually draw on it now.
You can actually draw on it now. It works better.
So, let's see if this side will work. No. So, as you can see, it is clear. We've had a little bit of a pop-up shower there, but as you can see, if we go back on the radar, you can see how it just popped up after the speedway, not before the speedway. In other words, at the moment, we are okay at Hampton Motor Speedway because, as you can see, Atlanta Motor Speedway is nowhere near Atlanta. So yeah,
Radar is clear at the moment, and well, on our screen right now is Joey Logano, and where Joey Logano's hair has ended up
is on the flip of another Cup Series driver you might want to talk about.
It's on the lip of Ryan Blaney. JB cannot tell Ryan Blaney apart from other Cup Series drivers.
Well, the two Penske teammates who were running together last week as well, quite a lot. It's quite nice to see him there as well. Let's go over to them now.
It's going to get a rude awakening on, hey, my truck either handles really good or we're at the left field and we really have to make some adjustments. So everyone, you know, and especially a lot of guys who've never made laps around this place before in the draft, the only laps they had was one lap yesterday in qualifying. They're really going to have to learn very quickly.
And you mentioned it. I mean, they're NASCAR saving themselves from themselves, right? On the track, they don't let you guys practice. You guys didn't get to practice. You didn't even get to qualify today because of the rain. But what advice would you have for those guys? I think there's 10 of them in the field who have never been here, never raced anything here. And once they get in the draft, it's going to feel a lot different.
Yeah, the advice is pull your belts extra tight because no one's going to just wait for you to get comfortable. The race is going to start whether you like it or not, whether your truck handles good or not. The race is going to go, and cars and trucks are going to be trying to pass you. You're going to be trying to pass them right off the bat. There's no room. There's never a moment where you can just relax around Atlanta Motor Speedway. Things are always happening around, you know, obviously the corners and the handling and all those things that happen. But as you talked about, Ryan, the straightaways, the runs are happening so fast, and you have to try to, you know, get all this information and react very quickly. If you're a little bit too slow, you miss the opportunity.
Well, we have quite the lineup. 5 Cup drivers are in the field. We also have the 2025 Craftsman Truck Series champion. He's back. He's with Tricom, but a different team. We'll hear from him coming up after this.
Pit road still damp at the exit, but this main speedway is dry. The start of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race from Echo Park is delayed due to weather. Stay tuned for more further updates. We are supposedly going to get going at 32 minutes past the hour.
I leave for 30 seconds and they go to ad.
Yes, you did leave for 30 seconds and they went to an ad break straight away. That's always the way Fox goes to. So
Incredible.
So myself and JT are on the call this evening. I'll be doing some of the main shouty bits to come into it. And fingers crossed as well that we'll have a more laps and rundown screen available for you, because so far it's been broken the last couple of weeks.
It's a white screen.
Yeah, I seem to remember it happened last year as well. But, oh, JT, they've still got the jet dryers out there. So I think they're going to try and keep them out as long as possible. We're seeing on our monitor up here in the booth.
Yeah, there are a couple of bits that, well, you can see where it's dark grey and where it's light grey.
Yeah, mainly in the little trial section. They're helpfully zooming in for us here as well. They've got a few weepers out there, JT. That's coming from the lines at the top half of the banking, just running down. So, well, they're trying to dry at the bottom, but I think that's a bit of a daft thing. They should be concentrating on where the weepers are a bit higher up.
Well, they need to dry the whole track. They can't just dry one bit and just leave it.
Fans in the grandstand just starting to come back in as well. Or here on the Saturday. Cup Series got cancelled earlier on. So we're in a long period here to hopefully go green at some point. Nice actions gone.
Bob Pockcrass has said, like many tracks after heavy rain, we'll have to watch up against a wall and water coming from under the safer barrier, and then inserts a photo of a completely dry track, but there's a little bit of water by the safer barrier. So
it's going to take a while then to get used to it once more. As we see, there's Echo Park Speedway, the infield section. And well, it's not the Echo Park Speedway, is it? Even though it is, this is Atlanta Motor Speedway. Everybody's going to call it Atlanta. Let's say hello to Bob. Says howdy, Josh and JT in chat. Tiny bits of rain between the two areas coming through on, as we saw on JT's radar earlier on as well. You did your radar chat, didn't you, with the drawings on it?
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought so. I couldn't remember for a split second. It went away from me.
You can go back to it. Hold on.
I will fly it back open on the weather. Apex Pad chat. It is all yours, JT.
Okay. These little tiny bits of rain here.
Yes.
And this here. It's nothing really to worry about. What you need to be concerned, like if it, we've talked about this last week and we talked about it off air. Radar blind spots. That is the radar blind spot. So we don't know what's actually under there, and it shows stuff that isn't there sometimes. So yeah.
I.e. more and more rain, which keeps trying to sneak through.
If it was something like this.
Yeah.
Which is away from the radar blind spot.
It goes out of it. We can't see properly. Yeah.
And it's a big blob. Then that is what I would be concerned about. But that's nowhere near the track, so we're all good. One fluorescent yellow car last week to a fluorescent yellow truck for Corey Heim, running the exact same colour, but this time the one.
Yeah, this time the one as it comes into it. Should we have a word with him? I think the Fox team are having a word.
Dominated last year.
Oh, he's got to be so much into it, isn't he?
Yes.
What a championship run. Let's go over to Fox.
Yeah, Jamie, always great to have Corey Heim back in the trucks, of course, the 2025 champion. So we've had weather in the area. You're starting a little deeper in the field. What's the approach once this goes green?
Yeah, I think just kind of normal Atlanta stuff, you know. Not going for stage points with this all-star crew at Tricon, so obviously we want to take on my trophy today, and to do that, we're going to have to kind of avoid the chaos in the first two stages, and certainly track position will be at a premium, you know, once we kind of single file out towards the end of these races. It's kind of hard to island hop and go forward and get that track position, so really just want to set ourselves up for the third stage and be there when it counts. But I'm truly thankful for Tricon Garage for having me, 2311 and Robin Hood for putting this on, so excited to get my Tundra and go rip, have some fun.
All right, well, good luck to you. That's Corey Heim starting 20th for the race momentarily. Jamie?
Thank you, Caitlin. Yes, we'll be talking about the season that was for Corey Heim for quite some time. I know both of you spent some time in the booth. What is your impression of that young man and watching his progress, and now that he's made it into the Cup season?
I think one of the most impressive things that we've seen last year is, yes, he was fast a lot of the races and he won those races, but there was some races where he was not the fastest truck and he won those races too, right? And I think that's some of the most impressive things is they found a way to do it. Him and Scott Cipodelli were able to do that. Now today will be interesting, right? Different team, but I'm sure he'll still be quick out there, and it'll be old hat once he gets out there.
So let's take a look back at the championship race in Phoenix, October 31st. Late in the going, guys, he had pitted, and he was not going to give up this championship.
No, he did it. It's a matter of how low can you go, and he found that out. And he went lower than I think anyone's ever been, and you know, made quick work to get back to the lead to go win the championship, and very well deserved. I mean, after the season he had, like we just talked about, unbelievable season. Happy to have him back today.
It's really interesting, though, because this is the first time he's not in that 11 truck. Caden Honeycutt is there, so he's with Tricon, but a different crew chief. I would imagine he wants to beat them pretty bad.
I'm sure that there's still a lot of friends on that truck that he was used to driving.
They want to beat him, by the way, Joey.
Oh, I'm sure there's a little friendly rivalry there, but you know, when you get these teams that work so closely today these days, they're trading all this information. I'm sure that's there.
Yeah, well, it's good to see him. They're happy to have him. He's got a lot of fans. This is his home track for Corey Heim. Well, we're getting ready. Drivers are making their way to their trucks. We'll drop the green flag, hopefully, in moments.
Oh, it would be nice to get this race going shortly as well, and go green as well. Let's hope we got it go. It's hopefully going to go well out here for this one. Take a quick look at the starting grid. I'm in the booth calling this one alongside JT. And then hopefully, I don't know if we got Matthew Owens back for the O'Reillys later. That would be quite nice as we prepare. Hopefully we don't have any more rain. We get a good night's racing in. Tomorrow, Cup Series live again. And we're getting ready for pre-race ceremonies to go underway. Everyone getting their ears in, getting all settled down and ready to go. And we will be picking up again with another green flag start. This is going to be quite the energetic day for NASCAR here in the Craftsman Truck Series. Jake Garcia on pole position, Ben Rhodes alongside Kyle Busch starting up in 3rd place. Watch out for him. Great idea then for Kyle Busch to run this one. JT, we're just seeing again at the top of the safer barrier, air trucks trying to get the weepers away from underneath, so already some issues. Got the freight auctions, the Bennett's and the freight squads, and they've got the auto trade on the inside, the 3 main sponsors. Pit road looks okay. Could be a bit damp in areas, but it should be good. Let's go. We can get this one sorted. Always amazes me how quick we can get it going. Go on. Soon. Jet Dry just trying to dry out the exit of pit road here as well. The grass is going to be wet.
That's a weird looking jet dryer.
Yeah, is it blowing out the side? Because it is a jet dryer, isn't it? But it looks like it's sort of...
It's a sweeper, JB.
Oh, is it a sweeper? It's not sweeping though. Look, the sweepers are up actually, looking at it. At the bottom. Are you sure it's not got that jet dryer on the back? Look, the guy's getting out now to do something. Looks like it's got the drying options because it's got 2 great big hoses attached to the back of it.
That's like a blower/hoover.
Trucks are on pit road and we're expecting the green flag to drop at 32 minutes past the hour, so around about 17 minutes.
But, saying that, invocation is normally around 20 minutes before green flag, and we haven't had that yet.
No, we haven't yet. That has not come through. And
never mind. Pre-race about to get underway from the Truck Series race today at Echo Park Speedway. That is from the track. I shall eat my words.
We're now targeting a 2:34 Eastern start time. Let's head back over to Fox. And join Jamie Little and Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano as we get ready for pre-race ceremonies to start here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. What we got? There we go.
Welcome back to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Racing from Atlanta at Echo Park Speedway. Well, they're continuing to dry the track. Just a little delayed here. Had a huge storm come in earlier, thunder, lightning. So that's just put a little hold on things. But drivers are getting ready to climb aboard their trucks. Guys, it's looking pretty good. Those track dryers doing their jobs.
Yeah, it's getting there. I think 1 and 2 looks really good. Back stretch, front stretch is getting there. Turn 3 needs a little bit of work in the high groove, but I think we'll be racing in no time.
There's Carson Hocevar. You mentioned him, Joey. What a weekend he had. What a race all around on Friday night.
Yeah, a lot of flat tires. He was really fast, had a ton of speed, was just not keeping the air in the tires.
You had to drive from the back to the front a couple of times. Well, let's now go trackside for opening ceremonies at Atlanta.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Army Reserve 335th Command Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome 2-time NASCAR Cup Series winner and Georgia native, David Reagan.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for the life that you have given us today. We thank you for the breath in our lungs. We thank you for the sunshine here at Echo Park Speedway. We thank you for these drivers and the crews and everybody who helped put this race on today. We pray for their safety. We pray for all the fans' safety. And most of all, God, we just thank you for sending your son, Jesus, to die on a cross to pay the path for eternal life for each and every one of us with you. And in these names we pray, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome country music artist and host of the Fully Armored podcast, Chris Hennessy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well done. Well, it's the 25th time the trucks have been to this 1.5-mile high-banked oval. We're getting closer and closer to the command to fire engines.
Just been told. Bob Potgrass is.
Buckle up for the second NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race of the season as we head to Echo Park Speedway. This track, previously known as Atlanta Motor Speedway, first opened in 1960 and has been a fan favorite since. In 2022, the track got a big makeover. It now has steeper banking, a narrowed racing surface, and fresh pavement, all to make the racing more like Daytona and Talladega. That means you can expect to see lots of tight close-pack racing, exciting restarts, and lots of lead changes as drivers look for any chance to pass. Strategy is going to be huge today. How the trucks handle teaming up with the right drafting partners, and hitting your moves at the right time can make all the difference. One mistake and the whole field can get mixed up in seconds. You'll see trucks racing 3 wide and sometimes 4 wide as drivers battle for every inch of track. The steep banking means high speeds, but there's very little room for mistakes. In the final laps, anyone in the draft can win it. Echo Park Speedway has earned a reputation for thrilling finishes, last lap moves, and photo finish drama. So get ready, because the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series is going green at Echo Park Speedway.
Just had it confirmed from JT. We are not going just yet. And turn 3 is requiring a little bit more work. So we are not going for the start procedure just yet. Not going for the start procedure yet. So we'll not have the command given. Let's head back to Fox.
Running to the checker flag, running through the red light. 12 can't be good, they won't pull over till I'm dead right. Ride to the sunrise, can't about no bedtime. Ain't gon' get no ride with me, let they fight. Better know. West side level on the big style, all the way to Crenshaw, I'm out of mind. Better know. Big poppin', ain't no look. Dropping bags, it's a lot to you, to me a little bit. Let them know. Chevy 40 cal in my lap. Real dope boys in the trap. The big yacht, hollering like a big shot.
You.
Well, that was the most pointless thing they ever put on television to come into it. Don't know what that was all about. As we wait to see what's going to happen next. Still holding on for the start procedure to come through. We are still trying to dry out turn 3, which is, as you can see on your screens here. I'll try and draw it on our new Apex Pad pen we have access to as well. So it is turn 3 that has all the issues at the moment. So if we take a look, this is turn 3 here, this section here. So the safer barrier at the top, it's leaking water down into the section of the circuit. So it's just this turn 3 area that we need to have a bit more work with, JT, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long before we're green again. Hopefully we're back soon with Fox Sports as well. And we will get going. Jamie Little's up in the booth for this one as we wait to see what's going to happen next.
Hip-hop influence in Atlanta. Ludacris is from here. Gucci Mane. Remember, Mark Martin used to love him.
Oh, he was.
Alan Jackson, if you like country music, he's from here. Zach Brown Band. A lot of music, a lot of movies and shows were filmed here. But you know what's important? Joey Logano, our man right here, lived here. And I don't mean just in Atlanta. He lived actually here at the racetrack. You remember the condo experience?
I remember a lot of times here. I'll even circle it for you guys. This was my life for about 6 years. That condo right there, that was home. And I can tell you right now, as a child growing up, living at a racetrack is the coolest experience in the world, because most of the time there's not much going on here, which makes it the best playground ever. That's a lot of wide open asphalt to burn some rubber.
Did they let you just walk freely around the grounds?
You just do.
Yeah, you just did.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like, you eventually know the security guards. Like,
Right.
you know, you see everybody, you know what's going on, and you just kind of have at it. It's great.
Well, you have a lot of racing experience. We'll get back to the reason why you lived here, but how about Joey Logano, 10 years old, racing?
Yep, that was my Legends car. That was in Albany, Georgia. That was the only place that let me race underage. I tried racing underage at other places. They didn't let me. That's here in Atlanta Motor Speedway, racing on the quarter mile, where they run the summer shootout, which I know Ryan did some of that. I did a lot of that as well. And a lot of racers have run the summer shootout that we see here tonight or today racing. We just seen David Reagan, who did the prayer. He was one that I raced every day with him. Reed Sorensen was out here all the time. You know, countless. Chandler Smith was out here. There's so many guys that run through that summer shootout. I know I'm missing a ton of them, but there's a lot of great talent that's come out of this place.
Yeah, and your late model team was right up the road. So you grew up racing here, and look, at both of you have found victory lane here at this special racetrack. I know it's changed over the last 5 years,
Changed
but
a lot
great
since
memories.
I did it. Yep.
Some fun wins, and nice to have that Auto Trader Mustang in victory lane here as well. So just a cool place. A full circle moment for me was what was special. I remember when I won, my dad come running out onto the start finish line, and it just was like, man, it's like when I was a kid again. You know, it's the exact same moment, except we were on the largest stage, right? The dream as a child racing here for me was, at the end of the straightaway, we always turned left to go through the quarter mile, right, and get back on the pit road. The dream was to go straight onto the big track. That's what I always wanted to do. And so you can imagine that feeling for me, not only just to get to go straight, but actually do that coming in first here with those memories. It was really neat.
I remember that moment when you won and your dad came running out, and you pointed up there at the condo that you grew up in. Love those full circle moments. You like this place?
I love this place. Like I said, I mean, I won here at the old configuration. Have been close a couple times with this one. Atlanta's special to me. I wouldn't necessarily say I raced a ton here when I was younger, but my dad had a cup race wrapped up here in 2001. It was actually the race where Kevin ended up winning his first cup race. His dad was driving the 93 car for Bill Davis Racing. Dang wheel fell off of it. Had the field covered that day, and it was cool when we won here in 21. I was like, man, 20 years later, we finally redeemed the Blaney's here at Atlanta. So a lot of cool memories of this place, and hopefully to make some more.
Yes, absolutely. Well, one guy trying to get it done today in the truck for the second time ever, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's with Josh.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had so much fun last week at Daytona. He's back for another week in the Truck Series. So how you feeling heading into this one? A little more comfortable, but it is Atlanta.
It feels good. You know, it's nice to get a solid, day in the truck last week at Daytona with our JF Electric Chevrolet, and all the Nice guys have been, such fun to work with so far, and looking forward to Atlanta. This place is, same but different, right? Kind of super speedway-esque, but still so tight and small, and the runs are totally different. So be learning a lot early. I get to start closer to the front this weekend, and see if we can't put our JF Electric Chevrolet in victory lane. But so far, having a blast with it.
Appreciate your time and good luck today, Ricky.
And one of the stories last week, guys, it was so surprising to see Ricky Stenhouse, who's been racing as long as you guys have in the Cup Series, had never been in a truck before. So he had so much fun. He's back this week. We know that was all planned, but well done, and he loved it. He was smiling all weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy to see that. A lot of us always thought that he ran trucks because he's just been around for so long, but no, he's a real rookie last weekend, and coming back for more. And there's so many storylines last week with so many different drivers in the field, but neat to see Ricky back. We also, Carson Hosefar is back, John Hunter Nemechek's out there, Ty Dillon's out there, Kyle Busch is out there. So you got some, Cup stars today in the Truck Series. It's going to be fun to watch.
5 Cup stars, including that guy right there, Kyle Busch. 13 wins here at Atlanta, 8 of those in a truck. So we'll see if he can get it done for the 3rd straight time here for Spire Motorsports. Brian Patty, his crew chief. The drivers are ready to go. We'll step aside. We'll drop the green flag on the backside.
So I don't know if JT's got any news for us that he wanted to share about during the ad break. Or not, but we're still...
Well, we have got a list of cars going to the video.
If you've got it, give us it. We need some info.
So, Enfinger is going to the rear for a splitter violation in tech. And then Ruggiero, Ankrum, Sutton and Queen are going to the rear for adjustments. Ankrum had qualified top 10, but had a flat in qualifying, so had to drop to the rear. So with him and Ruggiero, who had a tyre rub, that is 2 top 10 trucks to the rear.
Starts to make sense then as we come into it. 36 cars taking part in today's race. Seeing where the Dodges are, they've made a great little start up. Toyota with a different badge in this series coming into it as well. Now, hopefully we're going green soon. We've just been waiting for work down at turn 3. Hopefully it all looks okay. And we should be good to get going ASAP. And then we can begin to have racing action. Now, it takes around about 1 hour 45 to 2 hours 10 to complete this race. So, fingers crossed it's going to be good. But never say never. That's the weird thing about this place. It can sneak up on you having different actions at the front of the field compared to the back. So, we will hold it and hold our nerve before we get going for the green flag. Still a lot of track. To be fair, JT, still a lot of track drying out there. Thing is, though, we can't race. We can't shorten this one. So if we go green, it's going to be O'Reilly's that has to wait.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But they've moved away from the main track surface itself. It's just around the outside by the wall.
So we'll hopefully have a green run shortly. And then we will be into position to start this second round of the championship. And of course, we've got the order all ready to go after a fantastic race last time out in the Fresh from Florida 250. Now, last year, we had 32 cars in the race. We had only 4 cautions, which was quite nice. 28 laps in total for them. But the margin of victory, 0.017 of a second. The closest in history, 8 thousandths back in March in 2005. Back to Jamie Little.
We welcome you back to Atlanta. Beautiful shot of Echo Park Speedway. It's going to be a great couple of days here. That one storm moved out. The track is almost complete and ready to go. Got the fans in the stands. And well, we like to have fun on Fox, right? And when we came in, I welcomed Ryan Blaney and his stash. It's a new look this year, and you're always good for a new look. But I want to know the story as we take a look at Ryan Blaney's mustache and how it compares to some of the great mustaches.
Okay.
Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, Chaplin, Selleck, Hulk Hogan. Sam Elliott,
Dale Earnhardt.
Mr. Earnhardt. Just all different types of mustaches. You know, I think you saw 7 different types of stashes, and my wife likes it, so that's really all I needed to keep it. So it's kind of fun. So when I shave my beard off after the winter, I always spend a week doing different looks. Like I'll mutton chop it and goatee and stuff like that, and have the handlebar. And then I got down to what I got now. My wife was like, I like that. I was like, you don't have to say any more. I will keep it for you. Yeah, you're gonna like this thing for a whole year. So I've gotten a lot of compliments. Some people don't enjoy it, but I don't know. It's a good look. Eating is different.
Yes.
Eating can be difficult.
Got a lot of leftovers.
Yeah, but it's a little snack for later.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so but wings are impossible to eat. This gentleman here, he gets a strong beard he's got going on right there, and just chilling. You know, so. Yeah, facial hair is fun.
And Joey's got the full beard. All I got to say is Penske has allowed things to progress, because facial hair was not a thing back in the day for Penske.
You know, we're in it together.
Yeah, we are. We're a sinking ship. We're going down together. Whatever happens, we're going all the way through. But
that's right. Team Penske.
Yeah,
right.
And I got the same thing. My wife said to do that mainly because there's no more up there, so it just kind of migrated south
It works.
for a little while. This is it.
It works.
Yes.
All right, let's check in with Josh Sims. He's with Corey Heim's crew chief.
Yeah, to break up the facial hair conversation, I'm talking with Jeremy Donnelly, crew chief of the One Truck. This week you got Corey Hyman. So what has been the conversation about having this guy in, who's with the organization last year, different team, but a guy who won the championship and 12 wins?
I mean, basically, our goal is to go out and win, right? He's only here for a couple races, so for us, it's go out and execute a really good race and prove that every team at Tricon Garage can win races just like his team did last year. So he's an incredible talent. His preparation is second to none. He certainly deserves to be in the Cup Series. You saw that last weekend. And so to have him come back and want to get in our truck and drive it and compete and race with it, it's just it's a blessing to be a part of this team.
With the way this day has gone with the weather, obviously it's going to be a green track. We're still kind of in a hold as we wait, but how has that changed your guys' approach as we get set for this race?
I think you'll see the track transition a little bit more than it would have because there's been nobody qualifying at all, so there's no rubber on the track. But I think, tire wear come into play a little bit. We're not at the limit of tires as far as grip and everything like that, so they'll last a little bit longer than a normal weekend, a normal racetrack. But it certainly changes the strategy a little bit, but for us, the playbook's kind of open because points aren't really a premium for us. It's more about the trophy. So I think you'll see some differing strategies. I think you'll see a race within a race because there's quite a few guys that don't really need the points. So you'll see maybe us and some of the Cup regulars racing more for a win than you see points. But looking forward to the challenge.
Appreciate your time. Corey Hyman, a different truck number, but still out here to get wins, Jamie.
And your beard's looking strong, Mr. Sims. Well, Tricon Garage, 5 full-time truck efforts last season. Just incredible what they did. 13 wins, 12 of those, of course, was the man he was talking about, Corey Heim. But a different mental state for Corey Heim coming in here. He doesn't have to worry about all these points and what to do and to, be conservative where he needs to be. He can go all out. It's all about the win.
Well, that's what Jeremy was just talking about right there, right? Where you're able to, with those cautions that come out where you can take points or flip the stage and put yourself in the right spot for afterwards. They have the opportunity to do that today, which will probably make him even tougher to beat.
And Corey Heim, by the way, he knows how to get it done here at his home track. He's from Marietta, Georgia. Throwback to 2022. Corey Heim back when he was part-time, I believe, in the Truck Series. Certainly a big deal in that 51 truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports. That's one of the first times we saw Heim time right there. Very special day for him. And by the way, the One Truck, just a note for next week, we're going to St. Petersburg, Florida, first ever road course, or street course, I should say, for the Truck Series. Dario Franchitti, IndyCar champion and 500 champion, is going to be behind the wheel.
That's going to be awesome to watch.
I can't wait to see Dario in a truck. I loved watching Dario Franchitti growing up, whether it was on the IndyCar side, the Cup side. One of the greatest drivers ever, so I can't wait to see him behind the wheel.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget he came over and he ran in what was the Xfinity Series for a while, so that'll be fun. And then Jimmy Johnson is actually going to be his crew chief in St. Pete, so a lot of storylines.
Oh, boy.
I want to see you guys there, see what you can do in our doubleheader next week with NASCAR and IndyCar.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I think it'd be something fun to do.
It'd be a lot of fun. That's a beautiful racetrack, and I know a lot of people are going to show up and love doubleheader weekends with the IndyCar guys.
Guys, it's a moment we've been waiting for. Let's go trackside now for the command to fire engines.
Echo Park Speedway, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome founder and owner of Freight Racing, Marcus Barella, joined by members of the Barella family.
Drivers, start your engines!
The command is given and we're getting ready to start this 135 lap race, 208 mile Freight 8208.
Green flag finally. We'll be racing NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series style from Hampton, Georgia after this.
Yeah, it's coming up, JT, and we'll get the green flag shortly. This is going to be a bumpy race, isn't it? Down towards the first couple of corners. What are you anticipating to see?
Yeah, absolutely. 135 laps ahead of us. Just to quickly address some stuff in chat. The reason that stream got taken down is because it was an unofficial stream. Do not click any links that you do not trust because they will steal your data. Anyway, moving on. Track is dry. The team have done a wonderful job getting it all dry and we are ready to roll for the Freight 208 here at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta Motor Speedway.
It's a weird name.
Far, far away from downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, you measured it, didn't you? It's quite a distance, and it's quite a stupid distance,
Yes.
really.
I will even get Google Maps up right now and do a distance of how far is it from Atlanta Motor Speedway to downtown Atlanta, because it is like there is downtown Atlanta.
Do you want this on your battle screen?
It isn't on my battle screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's still the weather radar. Go on.
26 miles.
It's 26.
26 miles. From downtown Atlanta to Atlanta Motor Speedway, it is 25.89 miles.
What's almost the point?
This is where I officially announce this is no longer the Atlanta Motor Speedway, this is now the Hampton Motor Speedway.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Coming into this one.
But yes. Engines are fired, trucks are about to roll. We've had to wait a little bit, but we are about to get back underway. Well, underway for the first track action of the day, because of course the Cup Series qualifying was cancelled due to the storm that rolled through earlier.
Sadly so.
We have got a cut-off time for this race.
What is that cut-off time if we get past the 250?
4:20 p.m. So that'll be 9:20 p.m. our time. Once that time is hit, the next time the leader crosses the start-finish line, it is 2 laps to go. So basically, it's free to go when we hit 4:20.
Right, well, that's always a way to come through to. Thank you very much. It could be then. That is going to be a 330-lap race as well, could be the assumption to bring into it. Let's get set ready then. It's time for the green flag for the Freight 208.
And Kyle Busch has won here 8 times in the Truck Series, including the last 2. Joey, let's dial him up.
Let's do it. Kyle Busch, it's Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Jamie Little in the Fox booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. Gotcha.
All right, we just watched a highlight video of your 8 wins and all your truck wins, all the bows. You won the last 2 here. What's it going to take today?
Kind of the same thing, I guess, as the last couple of years, you know. Got a fast truck, so appreciate the Spire boys for bringing a nice hot rod here. And, you know, this Hendrick.com Silverado wants to be out front, so got to lead some laps, got to control the pace and the field and try to hold them off.
I like how you know it's fast without even making a lap. That's a lot of confidence. Good luck in there.
I made one yesterday. Just because you didn't make one today don't mean I know what I ain't got.
All right. Well, 1 lap, we'll count it.
And Kyle Busch will roll off 3rd today. Now, Chandler Smith, it was a storybook final lap at Daytona. He was victorious in the end. What do you think? Let's dial him up, Ryan.
Well, let's dial up Chandler Smith. Hey, Chandler Smith, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Jamie Little up in the Fox booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, bud, you got it done last week. Joey and I actually got to work with you a lot in the duels. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but great job in that truck race. Talk about a wild finish. Similarities here from Daytona to Atlanta, but we all know a lot of differences too. So what are your strategy today? The track's going to be green.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, but yeah, no, it's definitely similar but completely different. You know, I don't think we'll ever have any 3-wide racing here in Atlanta like we had at Daytona in the truck race. Just there's not enough room to do that for us, and these trucks get a little out of control when you start getting that close to each other. So I think it's all going to be a track position game, especially since we're kind of racing against the clock. So yeah, going to try to methodically play a good game of chess and make the right moves and try to make it to the front here.
Well, I like it. Chess. I was more of a checkers man myself. But best of luck today. Try to get that forward in victory lane again for the 2nd week in a row. Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it.
Don't think he's realised yet, JT, that checkers are wreckers trying to come into it. But at least we're going to go green shortly and get some sort of action in this race underway. Turn 3, you can see where the weepers have come from. And I'm still seeing a dry line approaching. But hopefully we're going to go green shortly and get this race underway. There's some clouds in the sky, but I think we're good to go. What do you think?
Yeah, we are good to go. It seems like on the radar as well. We are getting pit road speed coming up, which is the next stage before the green flag.
We're also going to go on.
Yeah. Word on the team radios is that at 4:20 p.m. Eastern, NASCAR will give the white flag to the leader the next time by in the checkered on the next lap. But JB, it's time for the grid.
Let's go through it and take it through. So, it's Jake Garcia and Ben Rhodes on the first row. Then it's Kyle Busch in third with Tyler Ankrum in fourth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. goes in fifth. Cole Butcher in sixth. Ty Majeski goes in seventh with Adam Andretti going in eighth. Andreas Perez de Lara goes in ninth with Giovanni Ruggiero in 10th. Caden Honeycutt in 11th. John Hunt Nemechek goes in 12th. And then 13th for Daniel Hemrick. 14th for Grant Enfinger. 15th for Christian Eckes, 16th Stuart Fresnen, alongside Tanner Gray in 17th, Carson Hocevar 18th, Lane Riggs in 19th, Corey Heim 20th, Chris Wright 21st, Chandler Smith 22nd. Go on.
I take that as a yes.
Yes. And then it's Chandler Smith 22nd, Dawson Sullen 23rd, Spencer Boyd 24th, Justin Haley 25th, then it's Ty Dillon 26th, Tyler Reeve 27th, Brendan Queen in 28th, Minnie Tyrrell in 29th, Daniel Dye 30th, Josh Reum in 23rd, Frankie Muniz in 32nd, 33rd for Clayton Green, 34th Tyler Tomasi, 35th Justin Callan, 36th is Caleb Conster as they come into it. There is Caden Honeycutt starting in 11th position. He's coming down pit road now to maintain the speed. All looks good. Well, there's the information coming to you from Race Control, JT, and I like the sound of that. Let's check in with the World Feed themselves now on our radars.
Echo Park Speedway, 1.54 miles in length. The turns are 28 degrees of banking, straightaways 5 degrees. Front stretch a little bit longer than the back stretch, about 532 feet longer. So really creates a lot of great runs, especially down the front stretch, that you're going to have to make big decision time getting into turn one.
If you look at the race analysis here, 135 laps, 208 miles. You see the stages, both of them, 1 and 2 being just 40 laps, in the final stage only 55. What I look at here is that fuel window, 55 to 60 laps. You do not need to pit in between these stages. Look for these drivers looking for track position and racing hard.
Well, guys, when we talked to Chandler Smith, he mentioned we're racing against the clock. It is adverse conditions. It's a rule from NASCAR. If we're still racing at 4:20, the next lap, the leader crosses the checkered, the start-finish line, basically. There'll be 1 lap to go. No overtime finishes. This is a rule, and it's because of the rain that we had, and we also have another race coming up behind us, the O'Reilly Auto Parts race. So everybody has been alerted, so they also know, guys, they're racing against the clock.
Yeah, you know, and that's going to be a strategy. If we get, you know, close to that time, that 4:20 time, these crew chiefs are going to be looking at their watch, you know, and understanding that once we get there, there's only 1 lap left. So they're going to be informing their drivers, their spotters, you know, of hey, we have X amount of time left. You need to either make your move to the front or just kind of painting a bigger picture, because you're not going to wait till 4:20 and just tell your driver, hey, it's 4:20, there's 1 lap to go. You're going to be planning this out, because it looks like that might come into play, but the track is drying quickly, so I think we're going to go green fast. But that's a big strategy play that these teams are going to have to be looking for.
I've got a this time by in my ear coming through. Let's hope we'll go green shortly here for the Freight 208, the second round of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season, as they are so far looking so good out the back. A little bit of fog in the air, but radar looks very good here at Atlanta. You can see how wide it is coming to that third corner. Watch out for Jake Garcia to get a good launch. The 98 and the 99 are on the front row of the grid. When is that ever not a rounds of problem coming into it? There's the Ram car coming through. The Nothing Stops Ram on board coming through. And fingers crossed. It's Brendan Queen and Minnie Tyrrell down at the back. Just trying to have a look. Got O'Reilly coming up after this as well. We are back to back all night long here on JB Motorsports. We've also then got all the action from the World Superbikes as they'll come through. Let's check in.
You have a lighter shield on. So this is a great shot today, and we have a couple great drivers we're going to be able to watch work their way through the field.
I like looking at the shield right there. Different preferences for days like this that are cloudy.
When you brought it up, Ryan, about drivers working hard in there, we heard Chandler Smith when you were talking to him on the radio saying how these trucks, they get side by side. They're not real comfortable. You get a few of them going, it can be sketchy real quickly, and the drivers will be working those wheels.
Guys, let's listen to the 13 of Cole Butcher and his radio.
You want me to give a thumbs up? I mean, you're not going to be able to dry that. We're not going to be able to do it. If they want to dry it, they need to put track dryers up there. 3 and 4 is worse than 1 and 2. I think it's about 50-50 up here with people giving thumbs up and thumbs down.
Wow.
I always think it's funny sometimes. You see the flagman there a minute ago, he's like, thumbs up or thumbs down. Like, what do you think? It's like...
Well, I've never, JT said it as well in my ears, and we've heard it from the group, never seen before the fact that do you want to go green, do you not want to go green? NASCAR this year are very much, they're talking with the drivers a lot more.
Basically, what we've just had there is when you are about to launch a rocket, and yes, I am comparing rocket launches to NASCAR. When you are about to launch a rocket, you have a go, no-go, go poll, where they go through all of the systems and check if they are go for launch or not go for launch. We just had NASCAR and the officials doing a go, no-go, go poll. For all of the no idea what's going on in the officials radio right now, so I am going to turn that down. But yeah, so yeah, we just had the starter on the stand going like that, asking for the drivers for a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Don't think I've ever seen this one to come into it before. So yellows are still out. We've yet to start this event. Now the problem they're thinking is that the weepers at the entrance barriers through turn 1 and turn 2, so all the way around here and all the way around the back, they are bringing water into, we're going full screen on that one actually, it's bringing water from the safer barriers onto the circuit, and it's just making it all wet. Yeah, so as things stand, JT, not going at the moment.
Yeah, I am. Well, there's one to go.
Oops. One to go. They keep saying that. Confirmed 1 to go. They are going with 1 to go. Well, last race winners here that we've had. That's the first time, by the way, they've said 1 to go in this race so far, so we are going to get green. Taking a look at the race winners here, Kyle Busch has won 15 times at this circuit. He's had 15 top 5s, 15 top 10s. That means every time he's finished in the top 5 and top 10, he's won here in the Truck Series. He has a big push. Green flag for the O'Reillys is at 5:20, so it was an hour before the start time that they've decided to call that off. So what time is it right now, JT, over there? Is it 2:50 we've got at the moment on the board? So it's we've got 1 hour and 30 minutes to complete this race, which usually takes around about 2 hours and 10. So if we're lucky, we might get to the start of stage 3, but the 26 has just been called over the radio. Don't know. That's Dawson Sutton in the Rackley WAR in the Chevy. Where's he starting on our pit wall monitor up here in the commentary box? In 23rd. 69 to the outside line of the 33, so that's Tyler Tomasi running further down the order. Has been told to go to the outside of the 33, That's Frankie Munoz in the Ford. Let's go to Jamie.
We will be green next time by. Most drivers giving their thumbs up. They are ready to go. Just a couple of notes to the rear. Grant Enfinger had an unapproved splitter adjustment. Brendan Queen will go to the rear. The 17 of Gio Ruggiero had a tire rub. Tyler Ankrum, a flat tire. And Dawson Sutton in the 26, a flat tire.
So we've got 40 laps of a stage 1 and 2. They'll go from laps 1. So we're going to go from 1 to 40, and then we're going to go from 40 to 80 in terms of stage breaks as well coming into it. And we will be grow. Did we all hear about the JGR lawsuit? Yes, we did indeed. We'll be talking about that coming up in the Cup Series race tomorrow. We were going to talk about in qualifying. We are coming to the green flag. We will be go for round 2 of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season of 2026. It is Jake Garcia on the outside, Ben Rhodes on the inside line. So they've got to move that around. Actually, they've swapped round, so the 99's on the outside. Garcia has taken the inside line down to turn 1. Ready for the green flag to drop there. The pace car will come down pit road. And here in Atlanta at Echo Park Speedway, we've been delayed for too long. It's time to go racing. Build up. Build up. Tension rising. Are you ready? The driver tracker will activate the first complete lap. Come on. Come on. Get that pace car off pit road. They're past the restart zone. Can already see Corey Himes ready to get going further back in 20th position. In they come towards the first. Green flag is in the air. And round 2 is green here in Atlanta. Good start from Garcia. Ben Rhodes going to try and go around the outside. Come on, Fox, keep up on cameras. The high line's going to work well. Kyle Busch trying to push Ben Rhodes up. Trying to go 3 wide as well. The 77 on the 1 going up high. Hocevar being caught up with Corey Heim. But a big push for Ben Rhodes around the outside by the 13 of Cole Butcher. He's going to have the net lead, JT, coming out of turn 3. Now, this was where the trouble was. There's a few sliders, but it's all going well. Ben Rhodes just leads on lap 1.
Yeah, so we have across the line, I didn't catch the number of that penalty. It was the number 93. So
that's Caleb.
That would be changing.
Oh, the 5's
lanes.
loose. 5 is really loose in the middle of that pick. How on earth did he's dropped down the back massively? That's Adam Andretti losing it coming out of turn 2, but keeps on the field. 99 and 98 still battling together. Got a replay of that 5 car going loose. Well, there's in the middle of the field. Side draft not working. Did well to hold it, JT, because then he was all crossed up for Andretti.
That was a good save from the 5 truck. So, yeah, Caleb Costner start violation pass through. That is because of crossing lanes before the start line. Issue for the number 91 of Ekes. So Ekes is down and in pit road, but still out in front. It's the 99 and the 98. Rhodes leads Garcia.
Over the line, so Rhodes and then Butcher now going into second position as well as the 98 of Garcia's dropped back. He's alongside now the 7 of Kyle Busch. There is Christian Ekes with an issue, and immediately he is going behind the wall. So Ekes is now BTW on your monitors. That means behind the wall as they continue on. 99 leading the way. Look at the 13 having to cut across. Cole Butcher blocking Ty Majeski. Over the line, the 99 leads, the 88 in second place, 7 in third. So Kyle Busch has made his way up as we continue on the run. Smooth run goes so far as they're all still trying to find where the grip is out there on the circuit. The 99 squeezes around the outside. The 13 of came through of Cole Butcher, but now he's going to get swamped. There is Caleb Costner getting that penalty confirmed, as you said, from JT a few moments ago. It's come up for a start violation, as we heard from the stewards as well coming through. So, lap 5 already of 40. We are against the clock here. Let's see how many laps we can get in total. Bob Potcraft was predicting that we're only going to get in total about 130 of the 135 that were indicated for this race. We'll still see if that's possible as we push now down towards the first couple of corners. And that rule for that coming through... So if we've not completed 130 laps, then that rule will come in about the adverse weather conditions, so that we stop it after 420. JT is agreeing, saying if we are... So if we are on lap 131 at 4:20 past the hour, then we will go to the end of the race and continue on. But if we have not yet got to lap 130, by the time we reach 4:20, the race will get called in the next 3 laps. And that's how JT understands it. He's just told us the running in our ears as well. So that seems to be the most logical assumption, as this rule got brought in a couple of years ago to try and speed up delayed races to keep everything on schedule as possible. Because, of course, the trucks don't usually stay until the Sunday. They're usually packed up and out of here by Saturday night, well, even on Friday night sometimes. By Saturday morning, they're gone, and then O'Reilly's leaves. And JT's got some news for us on the broadcast as we come through, as we see Ruggiero now coming through in 17th. Over to you.
So, Ekes, want to know what's happened to his truck?
I do indeed.
It's already in the garage with a drive shaft issue. Do you want to know what happened to said drive shaft?
Oh, God, I hate
it fell out of the truck in the garage.
What?
It was loose, very loose, to the point when he came to a stop in his garage, it fell out.
Oh, God. So it's a drive shaft issue that's put him out of the race. As we're now just ticking off the laps. 5.5 minutes down, 10 laps complete here at the moment for the Freight 8 Racing 208. Fox gone to ad break, staying with us with the international pictures here on JB Motorsports as we continue. Ben Rhodes leads the race at the moment, but he's got the 88 of Time Majestic trying to go on the low line, coming through turns 2 and 3. It'll be a smooth run. I think he's got the time to try and find it. He has the pace, certainly, to race on and carry on. Try and look on the low through with it after trioval through turn 1 and 2. You can see them on the driver tracker, how much they're moving around. And believe me, that's actually quite accurate. They're all jumping lanes and trying to find the best ways to go through. It really is one of these races where you just sort of expect the unexpected to happen and to sort of go for it if it does. Good start so far for action here at Echo Park. Lap 12, 123 to go. Riggs completing out the top 10. Our fresh from Florida 250 winner is Chandler Smith, and he's running in 9th position at the moment. Look at this already from Kyle Busch in the number 7. Just closed up. He's won here so many times, including here last year. Is this going to be another repeat? Last year's victory was 0.017 at the line. That's how close it got as they take down the low Emperor again through 1 and 2. Enfinger's got ahead of Butcher. Sutton has got ahead of Wright. We're looking now, look at the 11 of Caden Honeycutt. Excellent turn 2, very much on the low line, trying to find in some traction. 88 now in the tow. Top 3 have broken away here. The 44 of Andreas Perez de Lara is trying to close in. And can de Lara actually get a run? There's to confirm on the monitor of how much it's all running in on positions at the moment. As the 88 tries to look through on the inside. Top 3 still line astern, and they've been line astern for a few moments now. So how many laps can we get in inside 10 minutes of green flag running? We're running at 31 seconds. So already that's going to say it's going to take 2 hours to complete this race if we run at that speed. 31.2, 120 to go. That's already 2 hours. Oh, the 5's got a puncture! That's Adam Andretti. Well, he was going a couple of laps ago, but Andretti's got a problem. No sign of a caution yet. So Andretti's still going, but there's something rubbing. I don't think it's a puncture, JT, but definitely Andretti has got something wrong with him. Oh, there's his radio. Stewards are just talking about it, so we'll see if we stay green as they come out now onto the trioval section. Let's take a look. This is a replay of Adam Andretti coming into 5. He was loose earlier on. Does he get high? Oh, the rear steps out on him, and he has gone down on the apron. So a half spin, regains it, NASCAR didn't throw a caution there. Usually they do. That shows you how much they really need to get this race in and on time. They didn't throw the yellow flag that time by. Chandler Smith has done a 31.117. He's our fastest lap at the moment. Average speed running at 175.13. Last lap speed was 177.635. So still trying to find a bit of better deltas. Pit road.
Earlier, he's in 11th right now.
He's trying. I mean, let's just move on the top.
Yeah, no pit road. As, yeah, I thought Jamie threw down to pit road, but it's just Jamie talking to herself and the team, which comes through. On. Over the. As they come into it. Oh, I'll try to. Let's have. Over the line then. Let's take a look. This is the bump into the wall. Look how close, the sideways. And that was a complete sandwich further back. I couldn't see who that was. NASCAR not telling us. Complete sandwich coming through into the wall. As JT tells me in his ears by holding up a sandwich. I've missed his cameras. It's been a while. His computer's been broke since before Abu Dhabi, if my memory serves. No, he's shaking his head. It was broken after Abu Dhabi. And nodding his head. There we go. Well, we're 20 laps down. JT said it broke just before Christmas in our ears. Caitlin, down to you in the pits.
Veterans already having issues. A left front down for Grant Enfinger. Prior to that, on the radio, he was talking about how his truck's a little free up top. His team trying to tell him it should get tighter as he goes, but some misfortunes early for Grant Enfinger. Jamie?
Thank you, Caitlin.
Still green at the moment.
So there's Grant in the 9 truck. And you see the damage right there from that cut left front.
Ah, so that's the damage coming from Grant Enfinger. So he got a puncture against the wall. That's why he came into the pit lane early on. Let's stay with Fox for a moment.
Front fender in.
I'll tell you who's making some moves. Corey Heim is up to fifth now. No, he's 4th. But the top 3 have kind of broken away. But Heim's truck seems to be really good. You see some guys start to fade. And Heim is tucked in behind Enfinger, who we just were talking about. But Corey Heim, I mean, doing Corey Heim things, right? I mean, methodically working his way up to where he can get into a position here coming down to the end of the stage. And this little group is going to run down the top 3. There's about a 4-car pod here with Enfinger, who's a lap down. They're going to slowly run down this group, and I'm excited to see how this final 9 laps is going to go and see if Corey Heim can maybe pick off a couple more guys before the end of it.
Yeah, Corey Heim right there in the 1 truck started back in 20th. Wasting no time at all. As you mentioned, he's worked his way up to 4th.
And this is a kind of a fun part of the run, if you ask me, because now the pack isn't so tight, right? We talked about the risk that Cole Butcher went through, right? When he tried to pass in the lead, he fell back to 18th. Now look at those gaps. Now you have less risk, especially if you're towards the back of this pack, right? Maybe if you're Kyle Busch, you have a little bit of risk, right? There's still a decent gap there. He can probably get back in, but you know, and maybe if you're the AE and Majeski, have the most risk, because if you don't, it doesn't work out. But you're not going back to 18th anymore is what I'm trying to say. You may go back to 5th. You may go back to 8th. So now, as you get closer to the end of the stage, the pay window's opening up for the points. At what point are you willing to go for it? I don't think Kyle Busch sits there till the end, knowing him.
Sitting and watching. Meanwhile, it's been a great birthday for Ben Rhodes. He's led all 22 laps so far. It's the first time he started on the front row, guys, in over a year. And it's been quite a while since he's found victory lane. Perhaps today could be the day. You see the names that won on their birthdays. Made it a little extra special. Look at Ron Hornaday, decided to do it twice. Great effort by that ThorSport team. And just a reminder, first stage is 40 laps, second stage 40 laps, and 55 laps.
You look at that 4th truck in line, that's Grant Enfinger. He's 2 laps down.
Yeah, just quickly on the 93 of Caleb Costner, another penalty, 2nd already of the day. And if JT could just repeat in my ear what it was for again, because it went a bit improper fueling coming through. So he's having a right day and a half already, and he hasn't even begun yet on that front. As we take a look at the 9 and the 1, still doing battles out there as well. So this is Grant Enfinger being lapped by Corey Heim, who's already made it. How on earth has Corey Heim already made it up into 4th position? That is a stunning start from Corey Heim. Absolutely incredible. He started this race in 20th position. He's up to 4th in 26 laps. Unbelievable stuff from him as the train begins. The top 3 breaking away. Rhodes, Majeski and Bush. And Corey Heim is dragging him back as well. That is a good point. JT's just reminded me we are talking about Corey Heim, but that's super impressive. 20th in there as well. I think Fox are talking to him as well.
Tanner Gray, Carson Hocevar. Just a few laps to go here in stage number 1 from Echo Park Speedway.
13, but who's counting? Look at this coming through.
JB.
Yes, go for it, JT. What have you got for us?
While we are under caution, while we were under ad break, dearie me, the 5 million different Powerade bottle lid. Look how weird that bottle lid is.
I must admit that is quite strange. I don't get it.
They've gone for a more sleeker design.
Having had Powerade, it's brilliant if you need a bit of an energy boost.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah. Got to say that nowadays, haven't we? Oh, Kyle Busch trying to look on the inside line of Ty Majeski. So remember, stage points matter this year with no playoff system. The chase goes down to all series in NASCAR. Craftsman's, O'Reilly's and Cup. But of course, Kyle Busch doesn't qualify for those stage points. So that's between Ben Rhodes and Ty Majeski, who are battling hard out here on the surface. But Kyle Busch hasn't won in 2 seasons in the Cup Series, but he has won in the trucks. He did a double last year as well, early on. Oh, and Rhodes got a bit of a kick over stick coming out of turn 2, and that's dragged in the 88 and the 7, and the 88's gone to the low line. Kyle Busch doesn't know where to go. 99's rear aero's getting a little bit of lost drag. The 88 got caught up in the wash. Here comes Kyle Busch. Try and look on the inside of Majeski, and that's not working off down towards the first couple of corners. We're seeing some personal bests coming through for the teams, but so far so good.
JB, you say that Kyle Busch has won in the Truck Series. He has won 67 times. He is the winningest driver in the NASCAR Truck Series. He's won the most races out of anyone.
That's because he won't stop.
Yes.
He won't stop.
The second place driver, Ron Hornaday Jr., 51 wins.
51 victories.
And Kyle Busch has 16 more than that. So, yeah, he's won a lot in the Truck Series, has Kyle Busch.
He has indeed won a lot as they come into it. I've got DVP up on my screen now just because it was confirmed, but also officially out of the race, by the way. Christian Eckes is out. He will not restart this race. 9 to go then here as they bring through. We're watching. 8 now as they come over the line. I'd be surprised if Busch didn't win pit road.
He's been trying to make that move on the inside around those 2 Thor Sport trucks. I talked to his crew chief, Brian Patty, before the race, and he told me that he actually has more speed in this truck than the previous trucks he had the last 2 years. And keep in mind, he won those 2 races, so he feels a lot better about this truck. Tires have gotten a lot better, but the back tires, they are starting to wear on me as he continues to try and make this move around the 88, guys.
Bad news for the competition.
But we've seen Kyle being content in third, trying to break away from the pack. And now he's done that, and you're getting towards the end of the stage, and he sees these lap trucks in front of him. He sees a lot of opportunity, right? Opportunity to get draft off some of these lap trucks, try to pull these passes off. He's going to go 3 wide in the 3 to make it happen.
Oh, a lot of drama in the middle here as well. So much lap traffic. You don't want to get caught up here. They're pushing like crazy coming out. And now we've got a lot of traffic. Ben Rhodes coming through. Kyle Busch has taken Ty Majeski. So that's changed. Oh, and the 15's got loose. Gray, Tanner Gray gets loose down on the apron. Not going to go to caution. They really don't want to delay this race any more than they had to. Being told that the stage break might also be reduced in length. Kyle Busch goes around the outside of the 42, goes side by side with the 88 of Ty Majestic, who's taken the low line, coming through 3 and 4. Through the tribal section we come, and he's still trying to now hunt down the front of the number 99 as they come through. But Kyle Busch has got such a tremendous run. He's going to go on the high line. No, don't go side by side pictures. Where are we going? Kyle Busch has got a tremendous run around the outside right now. Can he get the lead of the race away from Ben Rhodes? I think he can. He's getting a toe from further back. Look at Kyle Busch. Get off this transition screen, Fox. Come on. Here we go. Busch goes down low. Coming on at turn 3 and 4. He gets a wiggle on. He sends 99 up towards the wall. And Kyle Busch takes the lead of the race. Still side by side. Round the outside come Ben Rhodes. He knocks down again. Busch goes low. Coming up, Corey Heim into second position. Heim takes second away. Can he take Ben Rhodes and take stage 1 victory? 4 to go. Well, this has turned up into a bit of a playbook now, hasn't it? Look at the run from Kyle Busch coming out of 3. He's on the low line. Still Heim looking up in the high line. Still there 2 by 2. They've let Ben Rhodes get ahead. Corey Heim on my timing screen, and that's a bye. Still looking strong. Oh, with a couple to go, they're getting a little bit messy out there. Touching and balling. Corey Heim is now the leader. Corey Heim leads here at Atlanta. He started 20th in this race. How is any of this possible? Kyle Busch now has dropped down the order. I'm trying to see where he is. He's down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions down with 2 to go. Oh, and he's gone down the low line. Everyone else getting completely out of it. Busch has put pedal to the metal. What a run from Kyle Busch on the low line. Runs it tight. And he takes the lead side by side with Corey Heim.
JB Rhodes very nearly got wrecked by the 88 of a Majeski there. Very nearly got turned. But here we are. We are coming to 1 to go in this stage. And it is Kyle Busch in the lead, being pushed by Hosvar on the low side. And leading the outside line, Heim, all on his own.
Are we watching trucks or are we watching Cup? This is unbelievable right now. Look at the 99 giving Corey Heim the big old shove coming out of the last corner. Green and white checkered flag is waiting. Busch is trying to get Hocevar on the back of him. Corey Heim swings down low. Busch can't go high. He's blocked out by Ben Rhodes. Green, white checkered. Corey Heim from 20th to 1st wins stage 1 of the Freight 8 Racing 208 as the caution comes out. Remarkable. Remarkable. Well, didn't see that one coming, JT. Corey Heim proves he's still got it. From 20, and he's got a damaged front panel as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah, had quite a big nudge as well. Here is Heim going down to the inside. Well, in his return to the Truck Series, not done that bad, and he's shown us he's still got it, has Corey Heim in this Freight Racing 208.
Amazing opener. Stage 1 belongs to him as they come into it. So getting stage 2 now. Another 40 laps on the board. Well, okay. So stage 3 runs for 55 laps.
Yeah, the 42 passing the caution car, of course, that is the free pass of Tyler Reif. And, of course, one of the drivers of Ram Race for the Seat. Didn't get it, but we will see across the year in Truck Series that other teams are picking up the Ram Race for the Seat drivers as well, with how well they did. which is good to see because, well, there was 15 drivers racing for one seat, but that also allowed other people to see the talent of other drivers, and then other teams will go and get those drivers as well. So even though they didn't get the van race for the seat, they are getting other drives of other teams on a part-time basis, which is good to see. That was Corey Heim's record-extending 42nd career stage win in the NASCAR Truck Series.
42 stage victories and still not done. He leads here. Ben Rhodes, Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar, Ty Majeski, the top 5 as we ended that run. Coming through for pit stops now into this one. 93 laps to go. We've been racing for 24.5 minutes, but we only have another hour to get this race through. There are 93 laps to go. We're averaging 30 seconds per lap. We all know that is around about 1 hour, 33 minutes. Let's go down to Fox.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Echo Park Speedway. We're about 25 miles south of Atlanta. What is stage 1, guys, especially the finish. Here with Corey Heim winning it.
Yeah, you see Ben Rhodes pushing Corey Heim. He does a great move. He kind of fakes low and tries to get to the top. And Corey Heim blocks it. The top's kind of checking, and Kyle Busch goes from 5th, takes the run on the bottom. Ooh, you see ThorSport teammates kind of get into it. But Ben Rhodes, I thought his plan was great, right? He was trying to kind of fake bottom, trying to get to Corey Heim's right rear. And as everyone was Corey was blocking it, everyone's up, everyone's lifting because there's dirty air everywhere. Kyle Busch just takes the run, right? We talk about momentum all the time, and this is what got Kyle Busch to contend for the lead, and he didn't pull it off. He wasn't able to clear Heim, but what a great sequence of events of just guys setting up passes and trying different moves, but then also guys 4th, 5th taking runs where they're given. So that's a huge part of this game, and it just shows you a veterans like Kyle Busch's kind of wider view of everything, of taking advantage of situations like that. Let's hear what Kyle had to say about all that.
Just circumstances, man. Like if that 99 didn't jack me sideways off a 4 and make me lift, I think I could have got it, but just all right.
All right, well, he's happy with the truck. Just didn't work out to his favor. Wanted to get that stage win, obviously.
Yeah. Something I think it's something to note about here. Ben Rhodes led the majority of that stage. If you look after he got past and had some dirty air on that truck, it did not handle good. I don't think that truck has a ton of handling on it. I would take this opportunity to work on it.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of 4 tires here.
Interesting pit lane here. The entrance is inside turn 3, 45 miles per hour all the way around.
It's a long time, especially through this part of pit road where you're just managing your pit road speed, trying to keep those gaps close, right? Because the further you are away, the more you're asking of your pit crew to try to gain that track position back. So you got to try to manage your pit road speed the best you can before you get onto the actual pit road right there.
And here we are on the traditional pit road. They're headed your way, Caitlin.
Yeah, Chandler Smith making up some ground. Qualified 22nd, has gone all the way up to 11th, saying he's free on entry through the corners, asking the team to check his left front for damage potentially when he got into the 77. Josh.
Well, Corey Heim picking up where he left off with the stage win. Said, honestly, I wouldn't touch a thing with this truck, just 4 tires and fuel. Another guy happy with his truck. In the 7, Kyle Busch. Not happy he didn't get the stage win, but happy with the way that thing drives. Said, hey, I think my truck is better than most of the other ones out here.
A lot of adjustments except for Corey Heim. Sunoco fuel. See Ben Rhodes right there, 2 tires.
Yep. We just got Joey just got done talking about he didn't think that 99 truck was handling very good. And so they're going to throw 2 tires on. We'll see how that, you see Friesen with 2 tires, Ruggiero with 2 tires, Chandler Smith with 2 tires. So there's a big mixture right now of 2 and 4 tires.
I don't like that move, Ryan.
I would have wanted 4.
I would have taken 8 if it had them.
We've had some great aerial footage overhead, watching all the action. It's brought to you by Goodyear. Legends aren't born, they're proven. Great shot today. That bad weather we had earlier, guys. Huge storm rolled through, and it looks to be clear for the rest of the weekend. Sunshine tomorrow, but it's going to be chilly for the Cup Series race.
We saw, sorry, I just looked up off pit road. Corey Heim had a rough stop. He's 10th, so he lost all of this track position that he worked so hard to gain. But I mean, like we said earlier, I think the 1 is handling really good and super fast. So it'd be fun to watch Corey come back up, you know, through mid-pack.
Here's Daniel Dye, the Champion Container Corporation on board. And Butterbean Queen back there carrying the onboard for Ram. Sure, a lot of these young drivers, their eyes are quite big racing here for the first time. Of course, Butterbean won the Arkham Menard Series Championship last year.
Saving gas.
Shutting it off.
I'm excited to watch Butterbean through his career. You know, he does a great job, and it's fun to see him get opportunities.
Guys, the fastest racing on earth returns to Fox. Alex Palou, Joseph Newgarden, Pato O'Ward. They lead the way as the 2026 IndyCar season launches next weekend in St. Pete. That's March 1st, live on Fox. We're looking forward to it because the Craftsman Truck Series is going to be a double header at St. Pete. Never raced at a street course in this series ever, so a lot of new things are happening. Some cool names are joining the field. James Hinchcliffe, our analyst for IndyCar, will be in the field. Dario Franchitti. So I know these teams have been thinking about this, something brand new for them that they've never done.
I think that's something neat you bring up too. Like, more than ever have we seen drivers from other disciplines jump into NASCAR, whether it's the trucks or the Cup Series. You start to see a little bit more jumping around, and I think that's fun. It kind of brings back to the old days a little bit when you know, think of the Mario Andretti's of the world, those type guys that would drive everything, right? And you're starting to see that start to happen again. That's kind of fun to watch for us, especially as a fan. It's fun to watch.
Josh Rome in the 22, too fast on pit road, so we'll line up tail end as you see him choosing here.
Top three trucks took the top.
Yeah, Andres Perez, first one to take the bottom.
Exactly, big opportunity on the bottom to gain some spots. But does a single file, right? And it can single file up against the top like it has before. And all these guys know that has happened once before. It's big risk, right? But there was 3 rows for him to grab.
Yeah, what would you rather choose? Front row, maybe in the unpreferred lane, or 8th in the preferred lane, right? Like, it's an odds game on this choosing on this style of racetrack. You know, like, we sit through and we look at all the averages and, you know, past races. What is the preferred choose lane, and how many rows do I need to gain to take the unpreferred lane, right? So
here we go again.
And as a driver and spotter, you're all talking through all that stuff, right? And sometimes you make good decisions, sometimes you make bad decisions. But I like the decision by Andres right there to take the front row and just.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop that because we're coming ready for the restart. Stage 2, going to run. Well, JT, they said it was a cricket yellow. It wasn't a cricket yellow. It still took 8 laps to complete, so that was still not the quick one.
Yeah, that was an 8-lap caution, so I dread to think what a normal stage caution would have been. But Pace Truck is about to head into pit road, and we will head towards the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone at the Echo Park Speedway, JB.
Ben Rhodes and Andres Perez de Lara brings us back. Stage 2 is green here at the Auto Parts Speedway. What do we got down in towards the braking for turn 1 to swing it through, rising up on the high line. Well, Ben Rhodes has got it, and he's actually getting a toe off Kyle Busch, and Perez is now having to hold off from the back of Giovanni. So far, a good restart, JT.
Right, braking. What's that? It's NASCAR in towards turn 3. And we are going 3 wide. That is
Corey Heim got loose.
5 or 6 rows deep, and that is getting involved. Carson Hostfile in the middle of that. Meanwhile, out in front, that is Perez de Lara looking for the lead. Down on the inside with Rhodes on the outside.
Yep, and here comes Kyle Busch with a little help from Stuart Friesen, who runs in 5th position. He's going to give him a little shove in the 52. Corey Heim has been put back. Ty Majeski's coming into the mix of things out of turn 3. Look how high into 4 as well that Rhodes is getting as well. There's still a couple of weepers, so you don't want to have any just slips and slides on the run, but that's a car coming out of pit road, JT. So I wonder if that's Caleb Costner, who was 7 laps down. Who came out just then? Oh, it's Spencer Boyd, who's come out of the pit lane because he was entering pit lane when we came into it. 50 laps to go. So 50 laps down, 85 to go. We're 33 minutes into the race. Running last time by was a 31.1. Yeah, this race is not... We've got 54 minutes until we go through, aren't we? So this race is not going to take that long. We're going to get this one cut short, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately, but that's what happens when we have TV companies got different lineups and schedules that they can't move, and well, we just can blame this on America.
The CW has,
if it was on both, if both of these races were on CW or both of these races on Fox, we wouldn't have an issue at all. It is just because Fox, one race is on Fox, one race is on CW. Still out in the lead, Perez, Dallara and Rhodes. Now Perez has just gotten his nose of his truck in front, but here comes Rhodes round the outside. They are side by side. A little push from the 17 of Ruggiero on Perez Dallara. Also worth noting, Gio Ruggiero won ARCA last weekend and had to start from the rear today, and he's up to 4th.
Look how much they're getting into a pat. They know they're now racing the clock, and coming back through is Caden Honeycutt as well. Yeah, you said about Ruggiero. He won the ARCA race at Daytona a week ago and then got caught out in the wreck in the first caution 7 days ago when Josh and Jack were taking you through the action. As they swing out now onto 3 and 4. The leaders now belong as Kyle Busch runs side by side, but he's going to get swamped here as well. Kyle's got absolutely no one to protect him in the middle of the field as they go around. So it's dropped him to about 7th position. Ben Rhodes now takes it. Walking back up, there's the 88. Also, Ty Majeski going to swing through. Carson Hosevar's got no one there. He's been put down to the middle lane. Here comes the 44 of Andreas Perez Dallara. Now we're running 3 wide at Atlanta. This is when I start to worry, JT, because it's not a super speedway. It isn't an intermediate circuit. It's been sort of styled to try and become a super speedway over the last couple of years, but it doesn't really suit 3 wide running as much well as you think it does.
No, it doesn't, but it's an intermediate track, but it races like a super speedway.
Oh, and many of them have dropped further back on the field as well. Yeah, you're right. It's intermediate races like a super speedway. Matthew Owens is on his way to have a go at us now, thinking, "What are you doing? What are you bringing through?"
It is officially on NASCAR.com. It isn't a short track. It isn't an intermediate. It isn't a super speedway. It's got its own category, drafting track.
Yeah, it has got its own drafting track, isn't it? We've got the replay open.
It has got its own category.
Majeski's got an issue. Ty Majeski's got an issue. He's dropping back. Oh. So the 88 running now in 24th position, but with some form of issue. And there he is. Look, he's dropped back massively, JT, coming down out of 3 and 4. Just drops. Just typical. Absolutely typical.
I also see that the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg has officially been added as a NASCAR track on the website.
Hey, that's where we are next week for the trucks. Can't wait for that one.
That's going to be really interesting and really fun.
I'll be on the call. Don't you worry about that. As we get...
Of course.
Go on.
That one truck next week, Dario Franchitti will be racing it with Jimmy Johnson as his crew chief.
That's going to be even more stranger. It's probably going to come over the radio and say, I want you to hit the pace car.
We love having cars and entries that have big names and big name dropping in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Also, it was announced that the mystery guest for St. Petersburg in the Ram was, of course, Colin Vaughan.
This week, as you said, it was Mini Tyrrell who won the seat.
No, Mini Tyrell got the race for the seat.
Tyrell for the race for the seat.
Yes.
It's pronounced Tyrrell. Can they do nothing? It's a
Tyrell.
It's a motorsport name. It's Tyrrell, not Tyrell. Jesus.
So, yeah.
Have you been watching the series then?
Mini Tyrell got the van race for the seat. It's Ty Dillon in the All-Star guest seat this week.
Let's go back to Fox.
Here, while we were away, a couple of drivers found the wall. Caden Honeycutt will take a look here in the 11 truck and see what happened. Doesn't seem like the damage is too much.
Yeah, trying to get outside of Jake Garcia, and Jake, you know, tries to protect and gets a little bit in the fence with Honeycutt, but he's back going. I think he's 11th right now. And then we see Tom Majeski in the Menards Ford. He just looked like he stepped out from him. Kind of got in some weird air, and then he ended up having to pit. I think he had a right front tire down. Yes, he did. It's unfortunate. He was at Menards. Ford F-150 looked really, really good today.
We were talking a lot about him as you see Kyle Busch on the inside losing a couple more spots. Chandler Smith, the 38 truck, last week's winner, now moves into third.
Yeah, when we went to commercial, you know, everyone was 2-3 wide, everything was going crazy. And now it's starting to single file out. Now everyone, again, that risk versus reward, like we talked about in the first stage. When it starts getting single file, you don't pull off the move, you're going to look like right now the 7 truck of Kyle Busch, where he's looking for a gap to get back up and waiting for the handling to get bad again so he can start picking them off again.
Chandler Smith is running third, Caitlin.
Yeah, you mentioned that Daytona win. I talked to Chandler earlier. He said momentum is real in motorsports, and we have it right now. He did mention the team made a change to their engineer and road crew to add more depth to that part of their program. But he said right now we're one of the teams who's not already in a hole. He said finishing these races is of highest value for him. But he said the mentality and the aggression, it does shift now that we are back to a more orthodox style of racing for a championship. And Ryan and Joey, I know you can relate to that since it changed on the Cup Series side as well.
Yeah, it sure has. Right? Consistency is going to be a thing. And when you have these 2 races, Daytona and Atlanta, to fire off the season, you know, 2 tracks where things can go wrong in a hurry, right? And you've seen a couple trucks already with just flat tires, and you have to make a green flag pit cycle, and you're 2 laps down, and your race is pretty much over. That can happen, you know, and obviously a late race crash. We've seen all those things happen at these super speedway type racetracks.
We saw Honeycutt get in the wall earlier, and it looks like he's got a tire going down.
Oh, not again. Yep, the 11's got a flat.
And it's tough to live. I mean, if it's a slow leaker, maybe he can, but there's still 16 laps, 15 laps to go. And this is where he got the flat tire and where he hit the wall before. And I think, you know, it's tough. We just talked about it. If you pit, your race is kind of over if you go 2 laps down. If you stay...
Sorry, Ty Majeski's gone down to pit road. Okay, let's go to JT. He's got latest news as it comes up.
So, Ty Majeski had a cut tyre, went down to pit road. Repaired said cut tyre. On his out lap, he cut another tyre and had to go back to pit road and fix it again.
And who broke down as they come through? The race is official, by the way. This time by, the race is now official. Lap 67 with 68 to go. As soon as we click over, the race is official. So now we can award points if we have to stop it, which we probably will.
Yes, but we do have 45 minutes until the cut-off time.
Yes, 45 more minutes.
And we have been running for...
42.
42, so...
Might just... but we've got a stage break.
He's going to be cutting it close.
If they get rid of the stage break, then we'll be able to get it through. And this is where everyone's going to be going, oh...
JB.
Yeah, go on.
They won't be able to cut the stage break. This is NASCAR.
I know, but everyone's going to say, why do we have stages? Because if they cut the stage breaks, cut the competition caution, this race would be able to go in time. But it's not going to be. As we're seeing Stuart Fresnant trying to go around the back of the 99 of Ben Rhodes. Meantime, Jake Garcia is under attack from Ruggiero in the 17 car.
on again, at some point you got to put some lefts on these things.
Yeah.
And that might be the change for them. I mean, the whole field may put 2 on. They may put 4 on and be starting the last stage in the back. We'll see. Josh, you got some info on the 77?
Yeah, we saw Carson Hocevar making some big-time moves towards the front of the field at the start of stage number 2. Since then, came over the radio, said, I got a bad vibration in the corner. We see him drop back to 12th right now, guys.
Thanks, Josh.
It's too bad for the 77. Yeah, we saw him dicing up front, trying to get the lead here. Ben Rhodes, he's now led 62 laps today. He continues to lead over Stuart Friesen, Chandler Smith, and Lee Stenhouse Jr.
They're closing it in. 10 to go in stage 2. So, of course, Fox go to commercial break. And Bob has said it's a full screen commercial when they are going to ad breaks, and it's 10 to go. That's unbelievably bad from them. As we'll try and bring you up to date then. So far, we're watching Rhodes on the back with Friesen just behind him. Gap 0.099. As they try and come into it and hold the pressure back together. Caution flag is being prepared for some reason at the timing board. I haven't heard that radio message before from race control. They could be cheeky and throw an early caution to try and get it back, but any delay is going to be cutting it close. Remember, if we are past lap 130, then we will go to the end of the race. JT's got news.
This is how much NASCAR are not wanting to throw a caution.
What?
The 90 truck is stopped on pit road, trying to get to the garage.
Yeah.
NASCAR are allowing the team to go out on pit road to try and push the truck to the garage instead of calling a caution. They are putting pit road crew members on a live pit road to push a truck under green flag. Now, of course, we have green flag pit stops and that, but you're not pushing a car when you're doing a green flag pit stop. So yeah, interesting there. And people asking on Twitter, they could have picked 4:15, they could have picked 4:30. Why did they have to pick 4:20? No, it's not because they're trying to be funny. It's because the green flag time for the O'Reilly series is 5:20, so they've got an hour window.
And they have to have
which
that
means
hour.
you have enough time for your 45-minute pre-show.
Hey!
We just have to do a truck quick off.
That'll be fine by us. You're back with us on Fox. If you're watching stateside, I know quite a lot of you are. Not much has changed, you'll be glad to know, when you're in full screen commercial break. But Riggs, Hocevar and Kyle Busch now move ahead of Corey Heim, who drops into 11th place as he comes over the line. The 99, he's leading the way. Ben Rhodes, we've had 1 caution for 6 laps, 7 lead changes so far out here tonight. And we are gearing up for the end of this stage. It'll be a 55 final lap. Running in 33 seconds. Oh, it's going to be close. So are we going to get an order to come in now? 4 laps remain in this stage. They'll do that if not during pit stops. I hope so. Green flag pit stops quite interesting. In my opinion, just get rid of stage breaks in this situation. Why do we need them? We're being told that no matter what the lap distance is, the race will end after 4:20. So they will get the 2 to go signal at 4:20, no matter what lap we're on. So that almost confirms we're not going to the full 135 laps. I've got a slow at turn 2 as the 19 comes down low on the inside line. There's Kyle Busch in the 7. The 19 coming up with the 44, coming into it. Not sure what was happening there. 3 laps to go then here in the Freight 8 208. According to NASCAR, though, it's the Freight 8 Racing 208. Yeah, the Freight Racing 208. For some reason, it's just the Freight 208 on here. There's the slow down in turn 2. There's the signal to go for the green-white checker next time as they come through. Pit road's been closed now. Now, Friesen trying to close back on roads. Chandler Smith's coming out of nowhere as well in the 38. So Chandler Smith's attacking now. He's into second position. And Stuart Fraser's taken the lead of the race. So having dropped back, and Stenhouse up there. So that's a big issue coming through from what I was. Our race lead of Jake Garcia. He's dropped back massively, as has Rhodes. Rhodes drops out there. Now both of them having issues. Must be quite interesting. But who's going to take it? Up the inside comes the 45 of Ricky Stenhouse. Coming through out of the outside line. Are we going to go? Look at that. Now the 45 cuts him off high, swinging back down low comes Friesen. Now here comes again Hosefar coming down low. Chandler Smith trying to come up high. It's going to be a drag race to the line for stage 2. And it is going to be Stuart Friesen who takes the green-white checker and wins stage 2 at Atlanta by 33 thousandths of a second. Wow! Caution's out. Stage 2 comes to a close. Stuart Friesen wins stage 2 in the 52 car by 33 thousandths of a second to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Carson Hosefar, Chandler Smith. But what happened there, JT? To the 98 and the 99. They dropped back massively, and so did our race leader as well, the 99. Where's he gone? Rhodes down to 22nd place. I wonder if you're on our fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. So I checked that my prod mic is muted. There we go. Here's a replay of it at the line.
33 thousandths of a second.
That was close. That was very close. And here's a good time to mention and point out, viewers, through that 3 to go countdown, you will see that my mouth was moving. You could not hear any audio, and I could do something really creepy right now. I was talking in JB's ear.
Oh. Thanks for that.
Yes, this mic, when it's muted on Discord, it's unmuted in JB's ear. So basically what I just did there was I talked in both channels and it made a horrible echo, I bet.
It did, thanks. I don't know if you think it's possible to do it on the broadcast to let you hear double.
I would not do that to the viewers.
So he wasn't ignoring us at any point?
No. So if I press this button and I'm still...
Yeah, he's talking. JB's hearing me. Now if I stop...
And then if I unmute, you guys can hear me again.
Yeah, so I can hear him still in my ears, which is handy when we're off screen. Right, caution's out. Let's go to the battle screen. And hopefully we'll get this race done. 53 to go. 45 minutes or so on the, well, less than that now. The 5 is the free pass, we're being told. Coming through from race control. So.
And when JB says we're being told, it's me telling him.
That's Adam Andretti with the free pass. Yes, that is true.
Yes. The new system for 2026 on NASCAR broadcasts and around the JBM network is that I can speak to JB and the broadcast can't hear me. So if I need to tell JB something, then I can tell JB something.
I can also tell JT something without the broadcast hearing.
Exactly.
So we finally get it working. Right, let's head back to Fox then, as we are in the stage break for stage 2 here for the Freight 8 Racing 208. Jamie Little, down to you. Or up to you in the box, I should say.
This will be a full cycle here. It'll be a full cycle.
They're taking a while, actually, to come into it. They've got... Oh, they're showing a delayed ad break. Okay. Well, how was... Oh, here we go. Let's go back to Jamie now.
The action continues under the lights as the O'Reilly Auto Parts racing gets underway at 5 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
Doubleheader today as we welcome you back to Echo Park Speedway. It's been a great day so far. Got that storm cleared out earlier. Truck race ongoing here. Stuart Friesen picks up that stage win. Now, we talked about this earlier, guys. NASCAR does have a rule. It's called adverse conditions rule. If the race is still ongoing at 4:20, so what is that, 35 minutes from now, the next lap, the leader will receive the white flag. There's no NASCAR overtime. If a caution comes out, that's the way we're going to end it, whoever is leading at that moment. So adverse conditions, obviously that big storm that rolled through, and we do need to get that O'Reilly Auto Parts race in coming up after us. All right, so the Poet Fuel Strategy, sponsored by Zero Carbon Bioethanol. You got to get enough fuel, Joey.
It's a pretty simple play, especially after the moment that Ben Rhodes just went through. Fill the thing up with gas, why don't you? And give us an opportunity to see the end of this thing. And, you know, this is going to be an interesting pit stop, though, because I think there will be some drivers that are going to opt for 2 tires here. But to the point, make sure you got enough gas to see the end of this thing, because if it goes green and if you are the leader, you're going to be burning more. You got to give yourself that opportunity to see the end.
So they enter pit road again inside of turn 3. Stuart Friesen's got to feel good about what happened in that stage. But it's an interesting play here with this adverse conditions rule and what these pit crews will do. We saw 2 tires do work, so what do you do here? As they make their way around to the traditional pit road here at Atlanta. Caitlin Vincey, you're first up.
Well, Jamie Chandler Smith continues to methodically make his way through the field, currently occupying that 4th position. He told the team, do those same adjustments as you did on the last stop, maybe a hair bit more. His crew chief said they'll do a round and a half out of the right rear. The stop had 2 tires on the first pit stop. The call is for 4 on this one. Josh?
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. said that truck much better in stage number 2. They said they need a second can of fuel, so they're going to go 4 tires on this stop. As far as Stuart Friesen in the 52 said that truck is very stable, but they're going to go left sides only.
Looks like Friesen's going to be the only one to do 2.
I think what happened is you have so many trucks that need to get a lot of gas in it, as we talked about. You might as well take a couple more seconds and put 4 tires on it.
I'm on 2 tires. We know Friesen just did lefts, correct? So
interesting play here. We are showing 51 to go at this moment, but we know that the clock is ticking as well. Okay, so we talked about it at Daytona. This is exciting. There's an all-new Fox Sports digital show, Speed with Harvick and Buxton, fueled by Poet, debuting February 23rd on Monday. Subscribe to Speed on Fox on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcasts. The boys have been hard at work. They're very excited. They're going to talk all things NASCAR, IndyCar, MotoGP, Supercross. They're bringing it back, so something to check out for sure.
I love the nostalgia of Speed. Everyone remembers that. As a kid growing up watching that channel so many times, I like to see that back. That's cool.
Well, Josh, we heard you say he wanted to take left sides there. Is that what they did?
Yeah, that was the original plan. The crew told me they were going to go with left sides only, then came over after the stop, said, hey, Josh, late audible, we want just fuel only.
Okay, so 0 tires for the man who just won stage number 2.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, you think you might as well at least put 2 on, but I think they must feel confident in what they got. Their truck must be handling really, really good, right? If you're going to do that, you obviously have great handling in your truck. And, you know, you said it. The time is ticking. And they may not get 50 laps here. You know, 1 caution is going to change that up, right?
Yeah.
And this is the time of the race where, you know, gloves come off a little bit more. They're more likely to have that caution. You want to be in front when it matters.
So I mentioned how good Stuart Friesen has been here. Let's take a look back at last year in the closing laps. Stuart Friesen in the 52, Kyle Busch. He was on rails, another good truck. Stuart Friesen on the outside in the 52, Kyle Busch in the 7. Late in the going here. Kyle Busch was putting on a clinic, but Stuart Friesen was not letting him get away with it. Look at how close that finish was. heartbroken for Friesen. I think it took him a few weeks to get over that one.
Yeah, he's looking at a little bit of a redemption today. So, I mean, he's been great here. You know, we just saw it, and he's done a great job today, you know, of getting there. And now he's controlling the race, you know, okay, and what can you do? Where are you going to choose? Yeah, he's going to choose the top.
I think he was just playing with everyone saying that. Now, remember, last time, Ryan, you know, the bottom, we thought it was not going to last that long. It eventually did fade away, but it took 7 to 10 laps before you saw the bottom fall apart. So there is opportunity to go down there and do that. And what I like to see is you see the 7 and the 77 of Kyle Busch and Carson Hocevar. They have made the moves over and over again. To see them down there, I'm not surprised at all. And they're going to, you know, try to work together, I'm sure, the best they can to try to get their trucks to the front.
See stage points today. Stuart Friesen, 15 points. Been a good day for him.
You know, and
let's get an update on the 38. What are you hearing on Chandler Smith, Caitlin?
Yeah, they had a safety violation on that last pit stop, so they will have to go to the back.
Not ideal. He's been in the hunt today.
Well, here we go then. Time to drop the green flag once again and get stage 3 underway. Jake Garcia circles back to the front alongside Stuart Friesen, who won the last stage. Corey Heim won stage 1. He will now be in 3rd position. Kyle Busch in 4th with Andreas Perez de Lara 5th. Carson Hocevar P6. We have 48 laps to go. That's 48 more minutes. We've got 30 minutes left on the clock. It's time for the green flag for stage 3. Stand by for action. The Truck Series goes green at Echo Park Speedway. Who's going to have the run down towards the first 2 corners? Well, Garcia's got the inside line. Friesen's trying to loop around the outside. He's got a push coming in from Corey Heim, so they'll have the high line. The 44 and the 17 giving them a help. Busch is not giving a single toe to Jake Garcia. As you hear the radio coming through as they head down the back once more into 3 and 4. Heim's trying to look on the inside, so I wonder if he's going to try and sling away Stuart Friesen as well and send him up into a 3rd lane that doesn't exist. I think Heim knows what to do in these situations. It looks almost like, JT, that Kyle Busch wants to create that middle lane, but no one's going with him. He doesn't want to push the 98, but he's happy down low.
Yeah, absolutely. But those 2 lanes, still no 3rd lane just as yet, but it is quite tight. 3 lanes round Atlanta. That's why we don't see it that often. But heading round turn 4 now, up towards the start line to complete another lap with
Kyle Busch, the lead, I think.
45 to go. But here comes Kyle Busch. Gets pushed by Hocevar up to the lead.
And now has taken it. So that is going to be a very interesting run. Over we come once more. Kyle Busch leads. Hocevar in 2nd. Ooh. 69's got a pass through coming through. So that's Tyler Tomasi in the MBM Ford. And that's going to be a pass through coming through on the board. So this now with 11 to 55, 44 to go. We're just racing now to the clock. So effectively, it's 4:20 the time you've got to bring it into. So that is not that long at all, JT, is it really? That's 25 more minutes until we have action done. Oh, Daniel Hemrick has come to the garage with a mechanical, so that's gone BTW. You can see him in the pit lane. Also in there, Tomasi serving his drive through. Justin Cowell is also officially out of the race in the 35 car as Carson Hocevar tries to come through. Rear gear. Oh, that's why Daniel Hemrick's in the pit lane. Thank you very much, JT. Oh, sorry, that's Cowell. That's Cowell out of the race coming through. My apologies there. As they continue actioning on radio. As we'll attack again. Henrik's behind the wall for mechanical. Rear gear for Justin Cowell being done. That's the information we've got. So now let's see what we're going to bring in for once again. Now, Steve on Twitter has put in, a ticket buyer wants what they pay for. Simple. They pay for a full race as advertised. Anything less is theft. Jeff Gluck says, I cannot believe some of you are arguing the race should be tomorrow when they can get most of it in today. If they end on lap 115 instead of lap 135, there's outrage. Well, JT, this brings me back to a question that I said last year when we sat around for 2.5 hours waiting for a... Yeah, JJ, we sat around for 2.5 hours for a 10-lap race at the shortest track of the year. That lasted literally 15 seconds a lap for the track to drive.
That was fun, wasn't it? That was so much fun.
It was so bizarre.
Adam Andretti has raced in US Formula 3, Indy Pro Series, Trans Am, NASCAR Southwest Series, 24 Hours of Daytona, Formula C World Karting Championship, the Stadium Super Trucks,
now I don't want,
and also a Richard Petty driving experience instructor. He is a wheelman, and he has driven literally everything. Because NASCAR to Indy Pro Series to Formula 3 to Stadium Super Trucks and GT cars, that is a lot of different types of machinery.
I think Fox might just get in a little bit of trouble there, because I have for no idea or reason why, but once again they were showing young kids in the grandstand when they went to break there. There was a young girl who can't be more than 9 or 10, and she had a, how do I put this, a certain type of balloon filled with water, and it wasn't a water balloon that she had filled up with. Oh, that's all I'm going to say on that matter. It wasn't a balloon. And I'm quite surprised that Fox aired that. I'm very, very surprised. So the FCC might have a little bit of a conversation with them after tonight's broadcast. We're riding with Brendan Queen, who comes out of Speedway 4. He's in a battle with Ty Dillon, and Tyler Ankrum is running in 15th position. Ankrum's just ahead of him, as Kyle Busch continuing to hold through. We're effectively in a race to the end. I'm going to try, JT, as they come in. Listen to that. So back we go. I'm going to try and get a countdown clock open, but I've got no idea how, because if you could put one on Video Ninja, that'd be very nice as well. Because I just need a timer. I need the timer to come through. Apparently there's another Fox screen ads as well. So as things currently stand, they're closing it in. Still in a battle. Kyle Busch holding it in. Carson Hocevar running at the moment in... Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Hocevar's trying to have a look, but we've got a yellow somewhere on the monitor. So we'll wait to see when that comes out shortly. Kyle Busch leading. Carson Hocevar is in second. Third for Jake Garcia. And what are we going to have? They're back now from Fox on commercial. Coming out of the last two corners, up towards the line now. So far looking okay, but we have got a caution, so we need to find out why. There it is, caution on the front straight away, as that was Busch. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, hard into the wall. Who was that? Is that Daniel? Oh, and a fire now breaking out. The fuel's spilling out. So who's hit the wall there on the monitor? It's Sutton. Cole Butcher also involved. He's come down pit lane, but Dawson Sutton has hit the wall hard, and it has brought out the yellow flag. Let's see what happened. So the 81's on the inside. He's going to tag the 12. The 12. Oh my God! No, the 12 saved it. It's the 26 that's completely into the wall sideways. What on earth was happening there? And then he just bounces down the circuit. Butcher hit the wall in that instant as well, so that's why he's coming down to 13. So yeah, Butcher goes loose on the 81 and touches the wall. Well, yellow's out. Let's go to Fox.
Another look at it here.
You see Sutton there on the bottom. They were going
Ah,
low.
Sutton wrecked on the bottom.
Flipped the apron. The car to his outside was really close to him, and it just looked like it just kind of sucked him around, and also got de-wedged on the apron, and then he couldn't control it. A big hit on the outside wall. Good to see him climb out of that thing.
It was. So under caution here, Kyle Busch, Carson Hocevar. As you see, Cole Butcher has made it into his pit box. I want to update Ben Rhodes, too, his teammate. He had run out of fuel after leading the most laps today. He led 70 laps. He went a lap down, guys, so he's still lap down in 22nd. There he is.
Should be getting a lucky dog, right?
Should be getting a lucky dog here. Nice little birthday present for him. Get back on the lead lap.
That's what, I mean, that's the break he needed, right? I mean, we saw how fast Ben Rhodes was, right? He's led the most laps. He's led 70 laps today, right? So, and you know, had that mistake in stage 2, none of his doing, but now on the lead lap. So, I mean, we're going to be 30 to go or so. He's going to be on the move. So I'm really curious of how good that truck can come from the back of the field to the front.
Yeah, he's got a second life. You know,
yes.
Like, here we go. Got a chance. Put 4 tires on it. 34 laps to go at the moment, or 19 minutes, however you want to look at it. And so I think the intensity is about to ratchet up even more. And man, I don't know if we see the end.
This restart's going to be nuts.
Yes.
Dawson Sutton right here after that big impact. Oh,
Nasty
yeah, big
hit.
fire under the hood.
Went out really quick, which is a good sign. You know, I don't know what started the fire, but...
And there is an extinguisher system on board that we can't see when you're watching at home, but it's amazing how quickly those can engage and save you guys in these instances.
Yeah, you know, there's an automatic sensor that goes off. It'll break glass if it gets so hot, and it'll suppress them. And then the drivers also have a rip cord for that's interior of the car or truck, but then the automatic one is in, you know, in the engine compartment. So there's a couple little fail safes there if we do get a fire.
So just a reminder, adverse conditions rule. That means when it hits 420 here in the east, that's about 19 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Once the leader crosses the start-finish line, that next lap is the white flag. So it'll end no NASCAR overtime, and that's because we started a little bit late, and the O'Reilly Auto Parts race is still coming up.
Jamie's explaining that wrong, so I'm going to hand over to JT, who can hopefully explain it a lot more correctly compared to what Jamie's explaining to you.
I'm not the only one who has picked up on this, by the way. NASCAR Twitter has picked up on this, but Jamie Little and viewers, when it hits 4:20 p.m. Eastern, next time by is 2 laps to go, not the white flag. It is a 2 lap to go next time when it hits 4:20 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, honestly, Jamie's getting this wrong, and it's quite embarrassing right now. Okay, so on Monday, Speed with Harvick and Buxton is going to be on. That's going to be a lot of fun. Four laps to go, 24 minutes to go. It's not going right. We're now into it. 15 minutes to go. So this is the procedure. The clock hits 4:20. The next time the leader reaches the start line, it's 2 laps to go, no overtime. JT has managed to get a clock for us to watch with a countdown until that 4:20 time hits. We're putting it into production now. But JT, this is getting quite energetic now. So we are hopefully now going to be in for a wait procedure. There's race control just waiting for us at the moment. They're listening in as to what is happening. So we're going to put it in the top banner for you to see it. So you'll see it next to the lap count, the time remaining, plus also what time it is out there on the clock. So we're going to add it to the top banner mark shortly. And then you'll see it and we'll be in the control, as well as the time of the race. JT, if I can come to you, this is going to get very tricky in the next few minutes because yellows breed yellows a lot.
It's going to get very confusing in a minute because that is a lot of clocks in the top banner.
Yes, it is. We've got the time now function. Go on.
Should be interesting as I check my microphone to see that all of the things in the right place, as I've not used it in multiple months yet. But yeah, 31 to go.
There you go. It's added in.
So yeah.
Oh, it was added in. Let's go back to Fox.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so. I mean, that's the biggest moment of my whole career still, and we won a championship. It just tells you the magnitude of everything that was happening.
There it is. Quickly, there's the countdown. So we have 13 minutes to go, and so next in the Truck Series, that is the time over there in Atlanta, which is that's local time actually here in the UK, so that's 9:06. So it's 20 minutes past the hour we need to get to, but it's 13 minutes to go. That's how long it's going to be on the countdown until we hit 420.
We talk all things NASCAR, what's happening in the world, and Kevin's not ashamed to give his opinion about things. It's a good listen.
Kevin's never been ashamed to give his opinion
no,
on
he
anything.
Hasn't.
So we've made it now. It is 7 minutes past the hour. We've got until it reaches 20 past the hour, and it's 12:17 to go.
See Caden Honeycutt there in the 11 was off the pace. Kyle Busch looking for his 9th Truck Series win here. And Jake Garcia looking for his first career win. Started on the pole for the 4th time in his career. He's got friends and family here, and so does Corey Heim, who's right behind Stuart Friesen. Friesen got the win last year at Michigan. Trying to get it done here for the first time this season. Gio Ruggiero started deep in the field, in the back of the pack, and he's been running top 10 all day.
Yeah, really good run. Andres Perez, he's been up front all day. I mean, like in the top 10, top 5. He's doing a really, really good job. Lane Riggs, you see, he's kind of hung around the back half of the top 10, you know, today, and just didn't, I don't think, quite had the speed to get up and contend in that top 3 positions.
Daniel Dye comes back to the Truck Series full-time, driving for Ram. He's worked his way up to 9th. Nice onboard. And John Hunter Nemechek, I'm surprised we haven't talked much about him today. He was all over the place. I mean, he was up front, Joey. We mentioned John Hunter's name all the way to the checkered flag last week. He's in 10th.
Yeah, I did expect him to be a little bit more in the mix today, and maybe he's just his truck as a handling is good. And we talked about how different of a track this is than Daytona, and you know what you need out of your truck. You need a lot more handling. To last week's winner, right? The 38 of Chandler Smith, who's working his way back through the field. Remember, he had that issue there, so he's able to work his way back up some. He's got another opportunity to go more, and you got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We see him almost win the stage there at the end, so you know he knows how to do this really well too. So as you look at it here, 30 laps to go. We got 11 minutes. if that is what we're going to continue to do, it's going to be really tight for those guys to get all the way up there.
They will choose it up this next time.
Yes. Brian, and what do you think about the choose here, right? I mean, you got teammates 1, 2, you got Garcia 3rd. They all got the lead from the bottom.
Right? Yeah, that was the first time we've seen the bottom win, you know, and get the lead and things like that. So I'm curious where they're going to choose. I'm curious if trucks choose together and take, you know, both take the front row. Or they're going to stick to the top. Wow, I cannot believe Garcia didn't take the bottom.
Yeah, I would have thought he had done
last time.
Yeah.
Friesen jumped on it. Gio Ruggiero has taken the bottom, I think, every single time, and it's worked out for him. So we're curious to see what this bottom row can do. But yeah, I'm shocked that Garcia didn't take the bottom. You know, it worked for him. You only got 10 minutes left here, but You know, I think he thinks that the Spire trucks are probably really fast. Maybe they're going to shove through, and he has Heim behind him. So maybe he's hoping that, right, he just gets shoved through, they get single file, he's in third, and then he can plan on his move later on in this run.
Watching that clock, adverse conditions rule 4.
Yep, and that's going to be closing it down. So we've got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left. No. Definitely not going full distance now coming into this one. So as they come into it and hopefully have another run, JT was agreeing with me behind the scenes that we are not going to go to the full. So we're going to hold it and we're going to wait and see what's going to happen next here. 29 laps to go for the Freight Racing 208 here at Echo Park Speedway, the Atlanta Motor Speedway. As they wait now. JT telling me that we're going to go green. You can see it on your monitors now. We are ready to go. Finally, let's get this race underway. We will have 8 minutes left. That's around about only 16 laps max, so we're going to end it early. But remember, if we're past lap 130, then the rules start changing in. Ready. Steady. Racing for 8 more minutes then. Green in the air. Kyle Busch on the outside line. And he gets a big jump with the help of Carson Hocevar coming down in towards turn 1. Trying to hold that inside line. Sweeping through. Then comes Stuart Friesen and Jake Garcia. Giovanni Ruggiero coming in, but there's a big gap coming back to where the 34 is, as well as Lane Riggs. He's got to start closing that back. Down the back to turn 3 and 4, JT. Smooth restart, but you've got a feeling that this is going to be literally running out the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. As we head across the line, 27 laps to go, 7 minutes on the clock. We won't go full distance. But of course, it is once we reach 20 past the hour, it is 2 to go next time. So it is 6 minutes, 46 seconds plus 2 laps.
They're going to completely change the end of this one. So we'll end early. A lot of traffic in the midfield. What we don't want now is a caution, but the cars are getting very loose as they know they're racing against the clock. Let's go battle screen to close back in. Try and work it out when we are going to effectively have 10 to go. We'll be with about 3 minutes. So with 3 minutes to go, it'll be about 10. Right now, we've got a... Well, actually, JT, we might just make this. 30 seconds per lap. 25 to go. No, that's 20... That's... How many laps do we need on that? No. So 6 minutes. That's 2 laps. That's 12 laps. No, we're going to be 12 laps short. We're 12 laps short of it on my immediate calculations. Even JT's telling me, no, we're not going to get it. 6 minutes left of this race. So we're not going to have the most of it, unfortunately. As they close in once more here in Atlanta. Kyle Busch on the outside leading the way. People saying this is Hocevar's race to lose. He's running in 3rd place, but he's now closing in. Stuart Friesen in 2nd. Kyle Busch, could he win for a 16th time here? Coming into it. As they try and have the attack. Most, of course, is him with 15 race wins. I wonder if they're going to have a little bit of a side-by-side battle because Busch has now got a car length advantage coming through at 3 and 4. Thanks for the lovely comments, by the way, in the chat. Fox thinks we should rather watch college basketball over the truck race. Well, that is a shame. Truck race is being a very exciting battle right now. At least the O'Reillys will go off on time. Coming up in about an hour. And look at this from Kyle Busch round the outside with 3 wide. They're very close to bumping. Look at that from Carson Hocevar. Pushes the back of Kyle Busch coming through. JT's, by calculation, it is 10 to go on his front. Let's see how true that's going to be. We've got 2 laps, remember, after we hit the 420 rule. Through we go again. Now, Stuart Friesen has taken the inside line through 3 and 4. He'll have the advantage over Kyle Busch. That was somebody out with mechanical. Is that Cole Butcher? Oh. There you go. That was JT's ruling that you heard JT's going to say this on the air now as well, coming through. He told me on Talkback how it went. JT, explain your ruling.
So 5 minutes divided by 31 seconds is 9.6. Add the 2 laps on top of that, that's 11.6. So we are around 10 laps to go now.
Yeah, and Kyle Busch knows it.
If not inside it, because we are now down to 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Busch knows it. He's trying to get the toe coming out then and get a help from Hocevar. Here comes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So by the way, if there is a caution at any point in the next 3 minutes, the race will not resume. It will just end to close it in. NASCAR has turned to time. NASCAR has turned to time. So this is not going to be a race. This is going to be timed now on the board officially. So the lap count doesn't matter. So this is going to be a timed race. We've got 3:35, 34 left on the clock. We'll get that officially done from race control with how long's left. JT's making the adjustments now as they come over the line. So we'll get the checkered flag soon. Kyle Busch gets a little bit of a tap from the back of Hocevar, gets him loose coming into turn 1. Clock has now been adjusted to the correct time, and now here comes Stuart Friesen on the inside line. Toyota trying to take the lead. Busch's Chevrolet on the outside trying to get a run. So just to confirm to you back home, yes, we are going to get the second race in. The O'Reilly race is live in an hour's time. So that's going to be at 10:20 UK time. That's going to be 5:20 Eastern over there. That is going to be the run. So the countdown clock's coming in. It's confirmed. 2:45 with the Fox clock as well. So we are all in sync as they come through. Through they come again. 2:30 left of the clock. As they continue on the run, hopefully they're going to find the right time soon. But JT, this is getting quite good. 2:17, 3 wide. Kyle Busch leading the 52, getting loose. And the 50, oh, and look at that. Ben Rhodes trying to go around the outside. That'll be a momentous move. The 99, Ben Rhodes leads, but Kyle Busch is getting a run. Busch down low. Busch takes the lead of the race with 1:55 left of this race. Busch takes it over the line. If there's a caution, that'll end the race. So this has now gone to time. Kyle Busch from 4th to 1st. The 15-time winner around this track could become a 16-time winner. He's getting a little loose. No one knows Atlanta better than him. He's getting a push now from Ben Rhodes. Last 90 seconds. That's 3 laps plus 2. That's 5 to go. Over the line now. It will be 5 laps to go. 1:20 on the board. 30-second lap times. So Kyle Busch leads it as they continue to zoom around. They're trying to find that inside line. There's a little love tap coming again. Stenhouse touches the back of Rhodes. Rhodes will go down low to try and get through on Kyle Busch. Here comes Stenhouse round the outside, trying to make it 3 wide. Ben Rhodes will take the lead of the race, coming through 3 and 4. Busch on the high line, gets the drag and gets a toe. He'll try and sweep down in front of the 99. Here comes on the low line, Carson Hocevar. 3 wide through the tri-oval section. Now 2 wide, now back to 3. It's the 7, the 45, the 77 who touches the back of the 45. He swings up high, blocks out Garcia and Ben Rhodes. Garcia moves up into 4th. Ben Rhodes down into 5th. 30 seconds left, as you can see on the clock. That means that we'll go for 2. Well, is it going to be white? Is it 2 to go this time by over the line? No, it'll be 3 laps to go. 3 more laps. So JT, they've made it. 3 laps to go. Officials has gone off now as they come through. The 45 of Stenhouse has the lead of the race. Time is done. The race is done. It's 2 to go now. Who's got the advantage as they come out? Over 2 laps remain of the truck race here at Atlanta. Kyle Busch leading. Stenhouse in second. Hocevar's in there too. And the only one, by the way, who is a truck normal regular season driver is Giovanni Ruggiero, who's running in 4th position. It's a cup driver, 1, 2, 3, JT, down the backstretch. Busch has got this.
Towards turn 3 and turn 4 we go, JB, coming to the white flag.
Here we go, coming through. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. Kyle Busch leading for a 16th career win here at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. Can he hold off from the back? It'll be his 68th career win in the Truck Series if he can do it as well. 16th here in Atlanta. Here comes Hocevar. Giovanni Ruggiero is running in 3rd position. Down low comes Ben Rhodes as well to try and take 3rd. Rhodes has got the good one. It's 4 at the line. 17 thousandths was the difference last year. It's not going to do it. Over the line. Kyle Busch wins. Over the line. His 16th win here at Echo Park Speedway as there was a tyre carcass further back and somebody was down low with a puncture. But Kyle Busch wins for the 68th time in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and a 16th career victory here in Atlanta. It ends on lap 125. We were 10 short in the end, JT, but that was a good end to the race.
Didn't I say we were going to be 10 short?
You did. You timed that completely perfectly.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there was a slow truck down on the inside, and a tyre carcass came off of it just as the trucks were crossing the line. So someone obliterated it. I don't know why Carson Hocevar has gone to the start line. Are we going to have some teammate celebrations here?
That would be nice. Point 114 over the line.
We are.
Busch is going to give him a little bit of a hey, buddy, and it's a duo. Shake and bake. The little duo celebration in front of the stands. Well, the fans have waited. We've waited for that to try and make it through. Race was official at 1:25. So we'll highlight that on our monitors. And there we go.
Fall off, Kyle. Careful.
Front brakes are completely smoking away. He lifts up and celebrates. Kyle Busch is a race winner. And we'll head down to Fox.
Brexton.
Oh, here he comes running out of the field. That's a nice little look, isn't it, JT? Nice run there. The checkered flag's out. Let's go down to Jamie Little.
How fun is that?
Oh.
These two racing together.
That's awesome.
Well, the goal, the dream for Kyle Busch is to see his son race in the Truck Series and race alongside him. The Busch guys, that is the future right there. And another bow from Kyle Busch. What a day.
I think you should let Brexton drive the truck back to victory lane.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, he can do it. He might not be able to reach the pedals. That would be a problem.
12 years old. He races the big full-body cars.
Yeah, he'd be fine. He's a wheel man.
And Josh Sims is with our winner.
Forgot his hat.
Well, Kyle, 3 truck wins in a row here at Atlanta. That's your 9th victory here. What is it like to celebrate this and have Brexton out here celebrating too?
Finally, I win one that he's here. So, yeah, this is cool, but huge help from behind, you know. Carson Hocevar was a great teammate today. Early on in the race, I was like, wait a second. Okay, same old Carson. But as we got towards the end, we started working together, and we started being able to maneuver our way through. The end of the second stage there, I was behind him, pushing him. We were able to ratchet forward, and then there at the end, he was my wingman. So if he gives me a hat, I might wear a hat. But thanks to HendrickCars.com. Appreciate you guys. Cambridge, everybody that's Brian Patty, all these guys. Brexton, Mama's here, Lennox is here. So great to have the family here to win one and celebrate in Victory Lane.
Yeah, and bring me back through those final laps, because you got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. charging at you. You got Ben Rhodes back in the fray charging at you. But you talk about the teammate with Carson helping you out. Bring me through all that.
I mean, there's just so much going on, right? And you're just trying to protect your lane, and you're trying to get the slingshot when you need the slingshot to get back to the front. Those guys were trying to use that on us, so we were having to defend that. And if Carson would have pulled out of line once or twice, you know, it would have been a whole hell of a lot bigger mess than what it was. He kept it pretty calm because we had a wingman. You got to have a teammate in this sort of thing, and until it gets really, really spread out, you know, 50-lap run or whatever, you don't get a chance to have separation, so you're going to have to race it out in a group.
Kyle Busch, 3 in a row here at Atlanta.
Love to see the family all there greeting Kyle. It's a big race. You could feel it from Kyle. It doesn't matter what he's racing. To win is everything. Take a look back and see how it all happened.
Yeah, I mean, you see just the Spire trucks got connected perfectly. Stenhouse and Rhodes were really separated, and Kyle just took the massive run, right? I mean, and I don't think we thought it was going to be possible from that far back. I don't think Ben Rhodes thought either, because he couldn't even protect it, right? But I mean, just talk about perfect timing off of 2, and also got the lead, and then, you know, was able to hold it off there for the last 2 or 3 laps.
You said it, perfect timing with the gaps opening at the same time. So he got the huge run in a. Doesn't happen all the time here in Atlanta. He had a place to go with it. And like you said, Ben was running the top. He didn't realize it was going to happen that quick.
I love that. The high five from Hocevar, and he's with Caitlin.
He is. Carson Hocevar, just watching the replay there of him with Kyle Busch, just letting him know, right? You gave a little assist.
Yeah, I don't think I would, for anybody else than Jeff Dickerson, you know, I don't know, especially a year from here. You know, I think that's when he was, you know, hating my guts, especially in the Cup race. I don't think I'd ever be excited to watch a Kyle Busch truck win, but, you know, I was about, you know, they kept warning me like 245 water temp is when it starts shutting off, and I looked down and it's about 250. So I kept sputtering, and the bottom kept surging, and yeah, I had no shot, you know, to win the race. So if I wasn't going to have a shot, I was going to make sure the company had a shot, and yeah, that was great. Yeah, I went over to just high-five him because I thought it'd be a good picture, be good for the marketing team, and good for the social. That was a business decision right there to do that. So I had fun. I wish there were a lot of truck guys that they just want to sit on the top, and you know, I think I had my own fun, and we had a blast, and me and Kyle worked great together, and yeah, I don't think, you know, even as a kid would have loved to watch Kyle win a truck race, but when Jeff Dickerson's on the side and TWG and all these guys, it's pretty good to watch them.
Well done, Carson.
Well, thanks very much to JT for his company up here in the comms box. We're going to rush off air now for this series with the knowledge that Kyle Busch has won for the 16th time here in Atlanta and the 68th time in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. If you're watching live here on JB Motorsports and on Twitch, stay with us. On Twitch, you won't move for a second. We're staying live. And on YouTube, you'll be redirected as we get ready for the O'Reilly series and their build-up.